Well, welcome and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting evening right here at Proficiency Bonus with our group of Storm Kings Thunder, this D&D 5th edition adventure. We are on episode 85 tonight, so if you're tuning in for the first time, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you've been with us for a long time, then you pretty much know the drill here. So welcome back once again. We have a couple shout outs to get out of the way here before we begin, but I want to go ahead and throw out some shout outs to Twitch, Team MZ, Streamlabs, and Many Sided Dice. I also want to give a shout out to Little Dragon Corp, our wonderful sponsor who has some pretty amazing dice.
I did it wrong.
So you did it wrong. What happened?
Kickstarter. I did Kickstarter?
Kickstart, drop the ER.
Kickstart. Yeah, if you put an exclamation point Kickstart in the chat, you'll get a link to Little Dragon Corp's new Elemental Dice Kickstarter that funded in less than 6 hours. So you will definitely be guaranteed your merchandise. It is fully funded, and I think they're going through many of their stretch goals already. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out Little Dragon Corp and Kickstart right there with those links in our chat. Yeah.
And don't forget to use bonus for 10% off your order.
That's it. Don't forget, use bonus. There's a place to put in a coupon code in checkout. Use the code bonus and you get 10% off your order just for hanging out with us. So that's really cool. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp, for doing that for us. Also, Little Dragon Corp gave a lot of giveaways out during our birthday week, and those giveaway dice all shipped out, I think yesterday. So if you're watching and you were one of those winners, it should be coming to you in just a few weeks. So you will be you'll get some really awesome dice. So it's really cool. We're gonna do a little bit of a recap before we jump back into tonight's session. Last time it seemed like we had a lot of planning and organization going on in our last episode, where Ashlyn was or Diana was training Ashlyn on how to flirt.
Yes.
And with an individual named Galvin, who they had discovered was a prisoner of the Hill Giants.
And look, Edward Cullen.
Ashlyn was, trying really hard. Sometimes she was pouring it on pretty thick. But I think it didn't really push Galvin off too far. I think he still left by giving Ashlyn a location of where he would be for the future. You guys left your friend Gum Gum to go with Galvin back to the Golden Fields, and you guys basically raided the place. I think Lachlan or Molfin, one of you got gored by some wild boars.
It was great.
And ultimately the episode ended with you guys taking a rest. Where did you guys went back to? Everland, correct? Is that where you guys headed back to?
Yep, and Molfin had a nice stern talking to from Mr. Valhero about how much he regrets ever meeting any of us.
Yes.
Off the Christmas list.
Also,
Diana didn't do anything.
Also, last episode was the episode that the airship was destroyed by old Snarl
Along with
himself. Kella was aboard at the time. Also, all the cultists that you have grown to love. We're in that impact of fire breath. But luckily enough, Callista was able to get there in time to protect her father from anything that might happen to him. And you guys have brought him with you. So you guys have fallen asleep. But you're all standing before this archway, this mystical archway. It looks as if there's some sort of garden ahead of you. There's a brick path that leads in that direction. You're surrounded on all sides by this strange, really bright mist. And it seems to cascade across. It almost seems like fog on a mountainside. And the sky is just cloudless and blue, and you can see just the brightness of the sun just filling the sky. You notice there is that silhouette of an individual walking towards the main gates of this looks to be some type of square location ahead of you. Looks like possibly a cobblestone wall that has green vines crawling up it and just rolling over the top of the wall. You can see that there are many trees and shrubs beyond within the walls. There's a shrub path that leads on both sides of you that sort of leads right to this open archway gate. You begin to see that silhouette with this glow behind it get closer to the gate. Diana, that's when you notice the individual that is standing there is Salim. Would you do us a favor, and would you describe to our players and also everyone that's watching what Salim looks like? How he appears?
Oh my gosh. So, Salim died when Diana and him were both very young in a tragic accident out in the woods. Not as horrific as it sounds. Not as nefarious as it sounds. Salim is Salim the same age that he was when he died, or is he older now?
Yes, he looks the same as you remember him.
Oh no. So he's probably about 12-ish, in human years he would look 12, in elven years he's probably 50 or whatever, I don't know.
Well,
but
let's do it this way. Let's do it this way, Diana. Let's make him probably about what age he would be now.
Okay, currently?
Yeah, because
okay.
I picture him more not as a child, but more as an adult.
Yeah.
At this
I
point.
do too. I don't know why. In my head, he died when she was young, but he's always looked older to me.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, we'll do it that way for this purpose.
Yeah, I agree. So Salim actually looks very similar to Diana because they're in fact cousins, and he's got the same dark hair, slightly curly up top. He's grown not full beard or whatever, just little light patches of stubble and stuff. He's got a similar heart-shaped face, but the eyes, instead of Diana's green eyes, they're a deep brown, and his skin tone is the same as hers and stuff like that. They just look related. They look more like brother and sister than they do cousins.
Right.
Yeah.
So would he? Do you imagine him being quite maybe a bit taller than you?
A bit taller, yeah, because Diana's rather short. He's probably more elven height, because Diana's half elf. He's probably more elven height,
Would he be
tall,
average build, lanky?
Yeah,
kind of like that. Okay.
Probably an average build. He probably would have become a hunter in our clan, so he's probably more if he had lived, he is probably more built like an archer, like a hunter.
Okay. And just like you were describing that archer-hunter kind of aspect, you can see that he is wearing kind of green leather armor. There are a little bit of elven flair to this armor that he's wearing, and you can see that he does have a longbow kind of strapped over his back as he approaches. And he stops at the gate. You guys are still about 30 feet away from this gate area. And he seems to just look and gesture in your direction, Diana, with a smile starting to appear on his face. And he just gestures with a hand wave for you to come.
I look back to the party, and I look back at Salim, and I'm like, them two, or just...
He shakes his head vigorously, yes. And
just me?
Gestures.
Oh, okay. I'll go.
He's just waving.
Wave bye.
No,
everybody. Okay,
then
never
he
mind.
shakes
I'll
his
wave
head
over
no
you.
really quick and goes like this.
No. Just this one. Just this one. Okay.
No, bring them all. Bring them all.
I'll bring them all. Okay. I follow. Great communication.
Is this safe?
Can I insight check this?
Sure, you guys can make insight checks.
Salim, I know you can speak English. Come on.
I will follow blindly.
Okay.
Me too. I trust Salim. I always have, always will. Besides Ashlyn, that's my
Apparently
best
Molford is
friend.
just grabbing on and being dragged along.
Well, if they're all going, I'm gonna go.
You're not gonna make your check?
No, I mean...
All right. Yeah, Molfin seems... You guys have this immense, calming feeling upon you. You don't ever feel since you guys have been adventuring together, I don't think you've ever felt quite this relaxed. It's almost like you're breathing easy. And Molfen, strangely enough, you even feel this calm over you, even with all the, hand and
I was gonna
shroud going over.
Does Molfen look like Molfen? Or does Molfen look like...
You are
He
still
looks.
currently looking like you look. You do have the shroud.
Okay.
You do have the hand attached to you. But there's something about this whole situation that is... It's definitely... You guys can tell that this is... Something about this is not... Like, you laid down to go to sleep. But you're having a really hard time, like, discerning it. Is this reality or not? I don't know. Am I stuck in a dream? It's kind of hard to... But even that questioning that's racing through your mind... You're still calm. You still feel this gentle calmness about being here.
This is great.
Does it feel similar to how I felt when Diana has healed me? Do I get that same sort of sense of...
Make an intelligence check.
Are we in
That ill
heaven?
Materremus. That little
Diana,
fairy
are we in
dust.
heaven?
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe?
Do you think
But
we
we're not
died in the
dead.
fire?
We're not
Where
dead.
did I-
This
You sure?
now the healing power that Diana was blessed with through El Mater. You do have a similar feeling of this calmness. Now, when Diana heals you, you're already hurting pretty bad. So the calmness is there's a little bit of that calmness, but this is immense. Like the calmest you have ever felt.
Wow.
Imagine a life with no stress. Imagine a life
I can't.
with no struggle. Imagine a life where your heart rate never rises above normal and you're just nice and calm and relaxed. The temperature is perfect. It's a nice, I don't know, everybody has a preference on temperature, but I say a nice mid 70s.
Yeah.
I'm from Florida, that's cold.
So, I mean, it's like that feeling is just, oh man, it's incredible to be here.
Wow.
And you guys are making your way towards the gate.
Yep.
Okay. He waves closer to you as he's standing probably 5 to 6 feet on the other side of the gate, and he just continues to wave you on. Are you entering the gate?
I follow.
All right.
I'll enter.
Diana enters through the gate. Are the rest of you following as well?
Yep. I would never leave Diana alone.
All right, Ashlyn, you follow right behind Diana.
I hold Diana's hand.
Lock.
Oh,
I hold Ashlyn's hand.
Okay.
Did I say Diana?
Is that-
I'm watching Gramps.
Are you staying out with Gramps right now?
I'm just seeing what he's doing. I'm like
Okay.
following his lead.
Okay.
But you do notice sort of rubbing his left hand a little bit. The hand, just sort of...
Going.
You're realistically, as we've traveled long enough, well, it doesn't seem like Diana and Ashton are really paying attention, but you and Callista, because she's watching everybody all the time,
Yeah.
will probably notice as calm as everyone feels, you can still see a little hesitation in Molfen. But he's still following right behind. But it's that like half stutter step that you catch. It's like
Mm-hmm.
he's thinking something.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna fireball them.
Callista is also
Jeez.
being very skeptical right
Yeah.
now, though she's watching closely. She's staying rather quiet, and she does have a very suspicious look on her face as she's trying to... you can see the mental, just a little bit of a confusion on her face, and she's also waiting, kind of watching Molfen through this.
I feel like she would detect magic.
She would detect magic?
Would anyone else feel like she would detect magic?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. She'd probably try to figure out like if there's some supernatural element going on.
Yeah. Going
okay.
on.
She begins to do incantations while she's standing on this path. And it's almost as if she's blinded and overwhelmed by the impact and the magical, more so divine essence
Okay, mine.
that comes
So we're good.
from this space. And then she
We're safe.
immediately just withdraws from the detect magic. This place is flooded.
Okay.
This place is, in fact, the essence of divine magic.
Does she share that with everyone?
Oh, yeah, she would. She would share that with you. Diana and Ashlyn have already entered, so they're still a little bit away from you guys, as you're still standing on the outside of the threshold of this archway that stands there before you.
Molfin's going to look at Lachlan and Callista and say, I really don't trust this one bit, but we can't leave the two of them in there alone.
Cool.
Takes off the glove and walks in.
Lachlan, are you watching?
Watching and walking.
Okay, you walking like right beside Molfin?
I'd say like right behind him.
Okay. You bump into Molfin as Molfin bumps into something that prevents him from crossing the threshold. It's almost like he bumped into some kind of invisible barrier, and he bounces back a little bit into you, Lachlan.
Did me and Ashlyn see this?
Yeah, you notice. You turn around and you see something has prevented Molfin from crossing into what now you guys see is a beautiful garden.
I rush to Molfin and like stick my hand through the gate.
Molfin grabs Lachlan and pushes him towards the gate.
Okay. Lachlan, are you resisting or are you letting Molfin
No,
push you?
I would just let him show me.
Lachlan stumbles in through the gate
Whew.
and bumps into Diana, who is currently trying to go to reach towards Molfin.
Sorry, Diana.
Okay. I pat him, pick him up, put him to the side.
Pick him up and move him over here.
Yeah. Fine. Little child.
Molfin would just sort of pull up and sit down just offset of the gate, look up at Diana. It appears my thought was right. This is something of your deity, and ilk of my kind are not welcome here.
What do you mean elk of your kind aren't welcome here? I don't see any elk.
He means people of his. I suppose your patron would be Vecna, wouldn't it? Now, I guess, Molfin? Not patron, but like just your
It's
deity.
Ashlyn, people who are touched by darkness, such as myself.
Grow antlers?
Yes.
Okay.
Come
Grow
see me in the
horns.
morning and I will have antlers on my head.
That's awesome.
I don't see why.
Please, somebody do fan art of this.
What's Salim doing while this is all going on?
Salim's just kind of waiting patiently and watching. He's just watching this all unfold. He seems very calm, doesn't seem stressed at all, just seems to be standing there watching with, really looks like just a smile on his face. Like, it just seems like he's very happy.
I turned to Salim and I'm like, Salim, come on, he's Molfin. He's a little bit touched, but he's not horrible. He's 90 70 no, he's like possibly close to 50% sane often. So I feel like he should be allowed through.
Salim looks at you, Diana, and he's like, Diana, it's nothing against Molfin. See, I kind of feel the same way that you do. I think that one day Molfin will be able to enter.
Yeah.
It's just not now.
Today is not that day.
That's the point of trying to save everybody if we also exclude everybody.
Well,
You just see Molfin sort of wave the group you on and start messing around. Is the ground dirt?
It's imagine an old like brick sidewalk.
Is there grass anywhere so I'm not sitting on stone?
Yeah, there's like
On this side?
there's like little patches of weeds that are growing in between some of the bricks and stuff. There is no grass on the outside edge because there's these big shrubs, and then after the shrubs, there's this weird like bright white mist It's just like beyond.
Oh, Wolfen's gonna go over and sit by one of the shrubs. Just start digging a little in the dirt.
Callista begins to approach the threshold, and she's just looking, then looks back at Molfen. Looks, and then she just goes to take her hand, and she just tries to reach her hand past the threshold, and it's almost as like she touches something solid there.
What'd Callista do? I've turned and I'm actually fuming with Salim. What did Callista do?
Diana, it's nothing against Callista. It's
only on what she is?
Only those
on who she is?
Only those with a good nature and a pure heart may enter the Weeping Garden.
I have a good nature?
If you have, and this is a character concept, if you have good in your alignment, you may enter.
Oh.
If you do not, you may not enter.
Oh, I am.
Well, I must say.
So I checked everybody's character alignment before this session to see who could come in and who couldn't. I already knew Molfen's.
Lachlan, are you chaotic good?
I just might be.
I'm chaotic good as well. But,
I'm neutral good.
It did.
Wolfen's just back there making dynamite.
No.
Diana, should we at least have Salim like show us around the garden a little?
I would love.
I mean, he came all this way.
I would love to. I would love to.
Okay.
It's not.
They're like grapes. You know?
Oh, absolutely. He looks to Lachlan. Honestly, any fruit you can imagine, Lachlan, you can have in the Weeping Garden.
Where the forbidden fruit at?
And he points.
So many kumquats.
This garden is not very big. It's not very big at all. It really only spans probably only like 75 feet by 75 feet. So when you're thinking about space-wise, it's not a huge place.
Okay.
But you're enclosed in this vine-covered stone. It appears that there are other archways on each side. Like each side has another archway in it. So imagine just like a square, and it has an opening in each wall. And in the center, there's a circle, and there's what looks to be a large fountain with many statues kind of standing around it. And on the four corners of the garden, there are these massive trees. And Lachlan, when you think of fruit, what's the first fruit that comes to your mind?
Probably banana.
You look at that tree.
Bananas are
Look at
good.
the tree to the right, and you see just lush bananas hanging from the tree. And big clusters. Somebody polymorphs them into an ape.
Again.
Again.
Here's my hand. Salim, would you call tomatoes a fruit?
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
aren't they a vegetable?
Scientifically speaking,
They're a fruit, right?
according to U.S. tax law, it's a vegetable.
According to
It's scientifically.
Well, I'm neutral good, so laws only semi-apply to me. So
I'll say for this case, you do find
it's D&D. It has to be a fruit because of the meme.
right.
When's don't put tomato in a fruit salad?
Right. You do find they're not on the trees, but there are some tomato plants, as you imagine tomato plants like within the garden. So there are some nice ripe red tomatoes around. As Diana, Ashlyn, what kind of fruit comes to mind as you're looking around?
Kumquat.
Kumquat. Okay, excellent. Well, you notice one of the trees.
what are those called again?
You've noticed that you've got all these fruits, and you notice sometimes that, if you imagine more than one fruit, the tree actually grows more than one fruit.
2 fruits.
Like it could have not only bananas but apples and oranges growing on the same tree.
Wow.
And he just starts walking you around, and he starts just showing you things. You get this gentle breeze that just softly rustles the leaves of the trees and just blows through your hair. You can see that the sunlight is just sort of, you don't see a sun in the sky, but it's like this sunlight just fills this place. And you notice that that these statues around this fountain in the center has this fount of water that's just like pouring up and then landing down into this nice, gentle, cool pool in front of you. You see these statues look like it's white and blue-veined marble, and it depicts these different humans. They're common folk in plain clothes. There are 4 male and 4 female, with genders alternating at the compass directions. So it's male, female, all the way around the circle. Each are weeping tears that run out of their face and drip down into the fountain below.
Why are they so sad?
Salim looks at you, Ashlyn. They help to bear the suffering of all.
Oh, that sounds fair.
These are the tears that would be shed had not people like Diana be in the world.
Aww.
This is the suffering and the tears that have been prevented. They stay here with us.
Okay. What else can you tell us about this? Why are we here?
He looks at you. It's like, well, that's a good question. How did you get here?
Diana, how did we get here? Did we fall asleep?
Yeah, we fell asleep. I don't think we died. I think we fell asleep, and then when we opened our eyes, we were dreaming, and here we were.
You can see that he is picking. He's kind of just listening to you guys as you're talking to him. He's not directly looking at you, but he's picking bananas off of a nearby tree. And then he walks over towards Lachlan and hands him a few bananas. And hands a few bananas to Ashlyn as well, as he's just like grabbing some of these. He starts to peel one and he hands it over to you, Diana, already partly peeled. He looks at you, Diana, he's like, very few have seen this place. You have to be invited.
Okay.
You have to be invited.
How are you going to invite my friends and then not let them come to the party?
Dude, I got a mess of typing in my ears right now. I'm not sure what's going on.
Sorry. We're very like quack.
I'm like
Sorry, I'm between trying to fill Christian and Twitch.
Hang on, hacker voice. I'm in.
These bananas are great.
And they are delicious. They taste absolutely amazing. The best fruit you've ever had. By far.
Great to be a chosen one.
I'm gonna steal one for Callisto.
Yeah, can we save fruit for other people from this garden?
I put one in my pocket.
Lachlan's
already robbing the place.
He looks at
Green heaven fruit.
He looks at you and he says, "You may take a few, but they spoil very quickly outside of the garden."
I throw Callisto a banana right now.
Oh my god!
Like,
we ran back to the cave pelting them with fruit.
Callisto, as you're standing outside the threshold, you see Ashlyn walk up to this archway gate and just whips a banana out, and it rolls across the ground. It just goes doop, 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 right there in front of you.
Eat it real quick.
Oh, okay, I'll eat it.
Oh my god.
I don't know what's happening. I just woke up, fam.
Callista begins to peel and eat this banana.
Sure.
Delicious banana, Callista. Absolutely amazing.
Hell yeah.
So good.
So you guys are partaking in some of this fruit. And he looks at you once again, Diana, and he says, you know, Diana, this garden can cure any disease. This garden can heal and revive any disparity or ailment you could ever think of.
Could it bring someone back from the dead?
Like you? Or
Or other such love?
Well, this garden has that power, but that's not unique in such ways. I guess the spirit needs to be willing
okay.
in all situations when it comes to that, Diana. But yes, this garden has that capability and more.
Salim, why keep it hidden then, if it's so great and wonderful and can cure all calamities in the world? Why keep it hidden when you could just end all suffering? Is that not our purpose as, I don't know if you follow Ilmater, but as a cleric of Ilmater, I'm assuming this is Ilmater-ish, why not share it with the world?
Unfortunately, Diana, people try to, well, not just people, but there are entities out there that wish to destroy this place. They don't want its power to exist, Diana.
That's terrible.
There are entities out there among you that would much rather see everything end than to see people be relieved of their suffering. That's why we must keep this place a secret.
Why are we here?
Ilmater,
Why are you here?
you see, I may appear to be someone that you recognize, but I take the guise of the one in whom I invite. Someone who will bring a calming nature to your heart when you see them. Someone that will make you feel at home. Someone that will make you feel your sense of purpose and your true identity.
I don't feel a sense of purpose.
You're here because you are one of the special chosen.
Aww.
And it seems that, when he looks over to Ashlyn and Lachlan as well, that you've got others that are here to support you.
I hold Ashlyn's hand and I pat Lachlan's shoulder.
I have invited you here because I know how you feel about the one who sits outside.
Molfin?
He shakes his head towards you. He starts slowly walking towards the fountain, and he begins like lifting water with the cups of his hands, and he starts to sip some of this glistening, crystal clear water out of the fountain. He looks at you and he maybe someday, perhaps this garden might help. And he looks out towards where Molfin and Callista's still eating a banana out there, like standing. I imagine like some kind of like punk rock scene where like Callista's like all goth looking, like leaning up against the shrubs, and Molfin like kneeling down there just like picking at weeds and then just like throwing stuff. It's like this punk rock like CD
It's just
cover.
like the Hot Topic embodiment.
Yeah, that's it. We're like sitting outside.
It's the Sephora right next to the Hot Topic in the store.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. And he looks out there and he looks back at you and he looks towards you, Diana. And he's like, I think you'll know the right time.
When Molfin will be allowed in?
Or when he'll need to be brought forth in. There may be a time where you must carry him here.
I thought you said that the soul who visits has to be willing or whatever. Or was that just about someone being resurrected?
That was just about being resurrected.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely to be resurrected,
Alright.
the soul has to be, like, the soul has to want to return to the body during a resurrection.
What if Molfin doesn't want to be here? What if he doesn't want
We'll make him come here. It'll be fine.
saved or cured?
We'll knock him out and then we'll carry him in and it'll be fine.
He looks, he kind of glances at Ashlyn really quickly and then looks back at Diana and he says, that is true. If Molfin decides that he does not want to return, then that is Molfin's choice. But this is more about how you feel, Diana, than it is about Molfin's choice. You can only do what you can do. Molfin will have to make that decision for himself.
So that's it then? You're just letting me know that I can change the hearts of my friends at any time if I want, or...
I just wanted to assure you that you're on the right path. And that the way you feel and the way that you think is not wrong by any means. And don't allow anyone to make you feel that way. Even if they
Even my own priest?
Even if they hold sway over you. And he kind of winks at you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for bringing us here. I'm sorry if we were disrespectful at first in our suspicions and
He chuckles.
and such.
He chuckles. Listen, Diana, I've been with you for a very long time. Nothing surprises me at this point.
Were you there when I got my soul stolen by a lich?
While we're in the Weeping Garden, we probably shouldn't talk about this. And he just smiles at you and gives you like a playful look at first.
Right, save it for a confession. I got you.
Now, Diana, you're welcome to stay as long as you need, but at any point when you choose to leave, just exit the way you came.
Can I come back whenever I want to, or
Is that a challenge
that-
to go through one of the other exits?
There are ways that you can get back here. Most of the time, if you need to be here, you've been steady with your prayers, haven't you?
Relatively.
He's like, Diana, you know how to reach me. All you gotta do is ask.
Salim. Person. Salim wearing face person.
Yeah, but I think it's Ilmater in the guise of Celine.
Yeah, that sounds creepy if you say Salim wearing face person. That's more like,
Is Salim in heaven or not?
Do you ask that?
No, I don't. I don't want to know that.
Okay.
we can
It's
assume.
a commune with deity spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that Salim is just somewhere nice.
Like this garden.
Yeah. for showing us this. It's pretty cool.
He smiles. You're
Pretty
welcome.
great.
You are welcome. And he just goes about taking a few more sips, and then he looks towards Lachlan and just gestures towards the water.
Seriously?
It really is refreshing.
I wanted to know if it was drinkable.
Is this
Walking
the well,
forward.
right?
Yeah, it's the well.
Or
Yeah,
something.
in the middle,
It's
of
the
the middle, of
fountain,
the
right?
middle of the
Okay.
fountain.
I'm gonna get down on my kind of hands and knees and
Oh.
like a dog in a toilet bowl. Like
And I want to throw Lachlan in so bad.
just dunk me.
Yeah, I want to pick you up and just dunk you, but I won't. That's mean.
So Lachlan is just lapping it up. Are the rest of you partaking in any of the water?
I will take some in my hands and pointedly look at Lachlan and like drink it from the cup of my hand.
I look up like, what?
This
I'll also take a sip of the water.
this water is crystal clear and delicious, like the best mountain spring water you've probably ever tasted. It's ice cold as you put it. Like, it is just delicious water, refreshing and energizing as well, all at the same time. And you just have yourselves a little bit of a drink. Salim just seems to go walk around, and it seems like he's just tending to the place. It looks like he's, every once in a while he'll pick up and kind of move and pile up some leaves that have fallen from some of the trees, or just pick some of the fruit that is ripe. Just kind of quietly and calmly just making his way around the garden.
Diana, how long are we supposed to be here for?
As long as we like, I think we can leave at any time.
Okay.
I think this is more of just spite. A little paradise. A break from all of.
Okay.
You guys can go. I might stay a little. Sleep a little.
Molfin is outside sketching the garden. Everybody can see it. While some classic 1980s Rancid plays in the background.
Rancid!
Some
This
dude
is
is
peace from
standing
the
outside
chaos.
with him with a bright green spiked Liberty mohawk and just
Yup. And a boombox. Yup.
Remember, folks, a boombox is not a toy.
Now I've got Rancid in my head.
that's
It's
it,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you guys like to do? I mean, he just seems to have left you alone to enjoy the garden.
Does Molfin see a way out?
It's kind of like the direction that you guys walk to just disappears into like a hazy mist. And then it's only as if you can go through the threshold of the gate to the garden, or you can just go back into this hazy mist from where you seem to have come out from what you thought you were sleeping at the time. Callista's standing there right next to you. If you guys wanted to have a conversation, you could at this point.
Calista looks uninterested.
You still have that immense calming feeling, like the calmest you've ever been, no matter what no matter what situation you've ever been in your life. For some reason, you have your heartbeat is just steady, your breathing is smooth, you are just calm and have a sense of peace upon you.
I start skanking.
Nice.
Skanking.
Yeah, that was a ska thing back in before you were born. Probably.
I was going to say, the way I know that word is probably not going to be welcome.
Dancing in a ska fashion. It's dancing in a ska fashion.
Yep.
I'm going around the garden.
This kinda.
It's like you
Yeah.
kind of jump up on one foot and you kick the other foot and you kind of switch places and you jump up
I
on the
think
other
there
foot.
might be a YouTube video on how to do it. I'll share it with you
On
guys
how
later.
to be careful what you search for.
Yeah, I'll have to be careful.
I let
yeah.
Ashley teach me how to skank in the Garden of Eden.
That's right. How to
Yes.
how to skank probably isn't the best thing to search on Google.
No, it's really not. Don't do that.
Is this like where the stanky leg thing comes from?
I don't
No.
think so. I think that's something
Oh.
That's completely different.
different.
Molfin's going to reach down into his pockets and pull out
A
Oh
bee.
no.
Don't pull it.
Poison.
one of the
Oh.
magic fruit he still has on him,
Okay.
and just toss it at the garden.
Okay.
Does it hit a wall?
It does. It
The fruit is evil.
it bounces and it bounces out of the threshold, like as it's not allowing it to enter.
Buffalo pick up the bruised fruit and start eating it. Just look at Callista and just go, turn back to face the mist we walked into,
Mhm.
90-degree angle, and walk until I hit mist in some random direction.
Okay. Well, the mist is beyond the shrubs, so you have to like crawl through these thick shrubs to get to where that mist is. It's not
Sure, commando style on the belly.
just some scratches like from all the shrubs and branches that are inside. You feel a couple of the branches break and leaves are falling all over you as you're digging through. Callista, you're
Wait, as
watching
I'm
as
digging
Molfin
through-
is digging into the brush.
Just start grabbing whatever branches or leaves, anything that I can grab my hands on as I crawl into the mist.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm having
Can't take
a
you guys nowhere.
peaceful, calm climb through the brush.
I love it when Callista and Molfin are stuck there in the same spot together with no one else there to monitor and regulate. It's great.
I'm the one to monitor and regulate.
Just gonna
Just
keep going until I hit mist and see
Okay.
what happens.
Sure. Yeah. You just keep on going. Callista's just watching you, from what I can tell. She's what are the rest of you in the garden doing?
I'm kind of slipping away from the others to go talk to Salim.
Okay. Yeah, you approach Salim. He seems to just be tending things as you walk up to him.
Kind of like looking over his shoulder, seeing what he's doing.
Let's see. These are ready right here. These are good eating right here. And he picks a couple of those ripe tomatoes.
Oh.
And he hands one into your hand, Lachlan, and he looks
bite it like an apple.
Yeah, exactly.
just juice everywhere all over your face as you bite into this apple. This nice, rich and tasting apple.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, tomato. And he looks at you and Lachlan, you've been great helping Diana.
Well, thanks. I mean, I'll take the credit, sure.
Is there something on your mind?
Yeah, got a philosophical question for you.
Okay. I'm all ears, Lachlan.
Once you start going down a bad path, is there a point where you can't go back?
Aww.
Lachlan, do you believe in second chances?
Well, I mean, I hope. I slit a kobold's throat in cold blood the other day, and I'm getting a little worried about myself.
Oh my god.
He gets kind of like a stunned look in his face, and he's like, he looks at you and he's like, I know, but we'll kind of not talk about that right this second. And then he looks back towards you, Lachlan, and he's like, well, I believe that if one truly desires, one can get out of any predicament or out of any situation. If they truly desire and they truly mean it.
I like those odds.
And I don't even mean second chances, Lachlan. I mean third chances. I mean fourth chances.
I might need those.
Lachlan, you're gonna need 100 chances. No, I'm kidding.
He kind of giggles at Lachlan a little bit, puts his hand on your shoulder, and Lachlan, you can't even... Listen, I know that you're not perfect.
Understatement. Yeah.
And he taps kind of like his hand twice on your cheek, and he's like, but that doesn't mean that all is lost. There's always a way back.
Thanks.
Aww.
Good talk.
Good talk. Then he smiles at you, Lachlan, and then bites into a tomato.
Very good,
Like
isn't
an
it?
apple. These people are savages.
Anything else, Lachlan? Or are you okay? So, Diana, Ashlyn?
Ashlyn, did you?
I am skating around the garden eating a banana,
Mm-hmm. Is that all?
and that's about it. And then I'll go, okay, well, maybe we should get to Callista and Wolfen before they light this place on fire, because that's something they would probably do.
Good point.
From across the garden, you hear Salim say, as he's like picking some more fruit, "Not possible."
Well, they would try. And that's probably not as good either. Like, their intention is more what I'm talking about.
True.
So,
We're trying to save them from hell right now. Get them out of here before they can commit any more. What's the word again? Not obscenities. Defilements.
So,
Ashlyn, you making your way
thanks,
back?
big Salim. I don't know who you are, but yeah, memories. Okay, love you. I give him a hug, and then I run out.
He hugs you back. It was great to see you, Ashlyn.
Great to see you, fake Salim. Alright.
Fake Salim.
He just smiles as you walk away. And you going back out to Mulfin and Callista, Ashlyn?
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys.
And I'm going to catch up with Ashlyn.
Okay, so you watch as Ashlyn and Lachlan walk back through the gate and are approaching the. You see this rustling beside one of the shrubs, and you can see two little feet sticking out as Mulfin is really trying to dig through this heavy shrubbery, and he's like pulling ahead, and he's getting farther there, but there's leaves like just like starting to fall off the shrubbery down onto the brick path in front of where he's like digging. And Callista looks like she's just got her arms crossed and is just watching him, like with a disgusted look on her face. Like,
Uncle Mulvin? That's not.
I'm not even going to ask.
Yeah, don't bother.
Yeah. Okay.
Mulfin, actually, as you keep pulling yourself through, you end up getting to this white mist, and this sense of just feeling of floating anti-gravity comes across you,
Ooh, that's cool.
as you just seem to be just kind of floating in this mystical kind of. It's almost as if you were. Imagine yourself driving in a car with the high beams on when it's really foggy at night. Just that white mist just all around you. And then you open your eyes and you see your comrades sleeping in other beds around you as the morning sun seems to be peeking through the windows of the tavern that you guys were staying in.
I'm still in heaven. I don't know.
Diana, are you still? Yeah, I know you're there.
Okay, I didn't know.
We'll transition back to Diana really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're.
And everyone else is still asleep?
They're still asleep currently.
Oh, no.
Aww.
He's going to put my hand in water or something.
No.
What would you like to do, Diana? You're the last one still remaining in the garden.
Give Salim Ilmater Salim, Ilmater disguised as Salim, a great big hug, and
He hugs you tightly back.
thank you for everything. I'll keep what you said in mind.
Please do,
Yeah.
Diana. Please do, and please don't doubt yourself. There is a reason I have blessed you with the powers that you have.
Thank you. I just hope that they can serve you and your purpose well.
You have so far. And he smiles at you, and he's like, keep it up.
Thank
There will be...
you. I'll give him one more.
He gives you another hug, and as you're hugging, he's like, there will be so many people that will not suffer because of you, Diana.
Oh, that is helping my savior complex so much.
And then he just kind of pulls away. He's still like holding your shoulders as he's looking at you right in the eyes with a smile on his face. A very approving look. A very proud look in his face.
Dad! No. Thank you. Namaste. I don't know. I'm very bad at being serious. I'm so sorry, Omater.
He looks at you and he's like, Diana, you need to go before your friends get into trouble.
Okay. Thank you again.
And he kind of gestures towards the rest of them sitting outside,
Okay.
like looking at the shrubs, wondering where Molfin has gone.
I have a banana in my back pocket.
Hang on. I exit the garden looking for Molfin. Do I see him anywhere?
No, as you walk out, you don't see him. You do see everybody staring at a hole in the shrub wall, and there is a pile of these green leaves, shrubbery leaves, just like piled up at the bottom on the walkway. It's a Molfin-sized hole in the shrubbery.
Ah, I see. Callista, did Molfin wake up? Is he gone?
I guess so. I don't know. He went that way.
I need to speak with him, so I guess I'll follow the Molfin trail.
So you're going through the shrubbery too?
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll go through the shrubbery. I need to find him.
Molfin, I need you to make...
Filmmator's watching from a distance like, God, those idiots.
I need you to make 2 sleight of hand checks with advantage, please.
Okay.
What did you
What's he
do?
doing?
What did you do?
Oh my god.
What is he doing?
Oh!
That's really funny.
The opposite rolls on each.
That's hilarious.
Opposite rolls on each. Okay, so here's what happens, Molfin.
I have a passive of 23, just to note.
You do have a passive of 23?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
So passive 19.
So, Callista, your eyes awaken immediately as you see Molfin
my
standing above you, and he has his hands kind of to either side of your head, and it looks like he's holding something and he's putting something over your head, and he goes. His eyes just get wide as he sees you.
Can I grab his hands?
You sure can. Are you trying to resist,
What?
Molfin?
Is he doing?
I was just giving you this and holds up the amulet of proof against detection.
Oh.
Why would I need that? I thought Dad had that.
Did we give it to your father? I couldn't remember. It was still in my character sheet.
Yes, I
Had
put
it,
it on
but you
Wild.
could have taken it off of him while you were sleeping and gone to do this. If
No,
you
then
still wanted to
we'll
do
just
that.
strike that one.
Strike that one. Okay,
Yeah.
so
No, I thought I still had it. I forgot to delete it.
Callista, you do awaken as Ashlyn wakes up at the same time as you, and it looks and Molfin actually has Ashlyn's hand, and he's slipping a ring onto her finger as Ashlyn's eyes get all wide and feels this happening, and then as soon as he does that, he kind of he stubs his toe like on the corner of the bedpost. And Ashlyn is just staring at Molfin right now, standing above him. And at about this time, all this noise is taking place. Lachlan and Diana, you guys also awaken at the same time.
Oh.
Oh my
In
gosh.
the early morning
As soon
hours,
as
you guys all get the benefits of a long rest.
Yay.
Okay.
Plus,
I had the craziest dream.
plus, everyone who was in the garden, you, for the rest of the day, are under the effects of a hero's feast.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So I think that gives you advantage on like wisdom saves.
Wisdom saves.
And you're like immune to
Sorry.
poison.
Don't
and
they get
something.
temporary hit points?
I think so. Look at. Can anybody find the description for, or does anybody have Hero's Feast? that they can post in the
I
chat.
would,
I don't
I
know if
think.
I have it or not. I might be able to. Is it in the SRD?
It's in roll 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
We might be able to find it in the SRD.
Here, I'll
bring
cook
forth
it
the
because
feast.
Calista can
Okay.
technically. I think I can take
You
it.
can take it. So okay, there's the
I can
hero's
take
feast. You guys are under that.
Nice.
Hit point maximum by 2d10. It's not temporary.
Yeah, it's hit point maximum by 2d10. So
Oh, wow.
each of you can roll your own 2d10 for your maximum hit point increase.
9.
Yeah, but it only lasts. The maximum
4.
increase only lasts 24 hours.
It does only last 24 hours, right? Callista, since you ate a banana that somebody threw out to you, you are under the effects of a potion of heroism.
Oh.
So you are, for the next hour, you have 10 temporary hit points, and you are also under the effects of the bless spell.
So I add a D4 to everything.
All your attacks and saving throws.
Gotcha.
As soon as I wake up, I want to look at Molfin and then scramble around in my pack, pull out my holy book, and Molfin, hello! My name is Cleric Diana, and I would like to share with you the most amazing book. The Plan to Salvation.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Wolfen just sort of shakes his head and reaches into his pocket.
Oh no.
Pulls up a small pouch. Did any of the dirt I dug up, is it still in the pouch?
Dirt you dug up from where? Which one is this? Which pouch?
From one of the first things I posted in the chat when Molfin couldn't go in was trying to dig up dirt underneath the shrubbery.
You thought that it went into your pouch, but when you get your pouch out, there is no dirt inside your pouch. It seems to be absolutely empty.
Fascinating.
Lachlan, that banana that you grabbed and pocketed,
Yeah.
you kind of take a peek at it. It's starting to get these like brown like pot marks and stuff on it already. Like it could be just within minutes already, and it's starting to look like it's going away.
It'll last another day. I'll put it back in my pocket.
Oh my god.
Great. You're gonna smell
They're
like
better when they're brown.
rotting bananas.
Still good. Just eat around the brown parts.
Okay.
So is Zara still here? Is she reconnecting?
She said she was reconnecting her internet.
Okay, got it. Because she would have been kind of startled probably by Molfin slipping this with a natural 1. Slipping this number.
But you told me I had advantage on it.
Oh, yeah,
so that would have been
It
20.
would have been a 20. Yeah, I
yeah.
think her passive is pretty good, though. Let me double check.
Hello.
Because,
My
like,
name is
Callista's is, like, stinking 23, which is ridiculous. How do you get a 23 passive perception? I don't know.
Mine's a 20.
Yep. Actually,
roll.
you would have been able to slip this on without her realizing it. I thought she had
Okay.
higher than that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No worries.
Hers is actually 1 less than what you rolled. It's still a 19, which is still pretty freaking good.
Jeez.
I don't think I've ever had a character that had a passive perception that high.
Yeah, I don't even have the observer.
I have one. I have an 18.
You have a 19 as well? Man, you guys are all really perceptive.
Gosh, I'm 15. I'm the.
Jeez.
These
Oh, that's-
females are
15's
out
still
here
pretty good.
observant.
Yeah.
You guys are
Yeah, I took the
extremely-
observant feat. That's why mine's 20.
Oh, yeah. You guys,
Oh, you did take the
feat.
observant feat. That makes
yeah.
sense.
You guys are extremely perceptive. All right.
Us elf women are just
I should take the observant feat and just make it a 28. Hell yeah.
That'd be lit.
I should, just to keep an eye on Lachlan.
Yeah, counter myself.
Okay, well, while she's reconnecting, if you guys are in this room, well rested, full night's rest, what would you guys like to do at this point? As I always say, the adventure is yours.
Could I have
Ooh.
seen which ring he was putting on her? Since I woke up?
Make a perception check.
Sure.
with his role, you noticed that it was a ring. You're not 100% sure what ring it was. You know Molfin has a few pieces of jewelry that he keeps with him.
We all have a lot of like stuff in our inventories, so
you guys are just like dragging large satchels and bags around with you everywhere you go.
We
Yeah,
need a
painting.
home to put this
we
crap
have one.
in.
We just need it to be constructed properly.
I've got 18 bags of holding right here. Just
We should get a second bag of holding.
oh, why'd you guys all
Do you think that
freeze
merchants
up on
can-
me?
Yeah, I don't see your.
Yeah, you just vanished.
Oh no, my roll 20 must be being ridiculous. I apologize. There you go.
Oh,
got-
I refreshed it. Now you're back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you guys go ahead and try to refresh, it might help. For some reason, my roll 20 decided it wanted to just have a hiccup. So there we go. Now we got everybody. It looks like everybody's coming back now. I still don't have Sarah back. It looks like she might be still rebooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, last I heard, she said it was taking forever.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, Callista.
Molfin's just gonna look. Do I notice that Callista saw me doing it?
Yeah, you probably would have noticed. And you are by now aware that Callista is always watching you. I
Well,
mean, it is
Molfin's
something.
gonna
I'm
look
watching
over.
all of them like a hawk
Yeah.
at all times.
Eyes in the back of her head.
Exaggerated before Diana and Lachlan wake up. Just look at her and go, shh.
Okay.
Fantastic.
You were
And then
giving
quickly
her
run over
something
and
to
start
say.
doing my morning ritual with the stones and everything.
I'm trying to find the name of this inn. For some reason, I've forgotten it, and I can't remember what it was called. And I'm trying
Ooh.
to find it in the book once again.
Gosh, when were we last in Everland?
I'm trying to find it.
Callista, I forgot what we're even here for.
Like, it's not under the Everland section. It must be under the quest section that you guys took to get here.
You forgot why we're here?
Yeah,
Uh,
that
we were
dream
gonna-
really took a lot out of me.
Well, we had just come back from saving Dad.
Are we in hiding?
Were we in the boar pit, the filthiest dive bar? I have that in my notes.
No, it's,
No, this I
Filthiest
think we're in
dive
the
bar.
No,
fancy
this is
one
like
where-
the fancy one where we met Anna.
Oh.
Or Molfin blew up one of the walls.
Den of ours?
Um,
Is this Den of ours?
It was not the
That was the one with the pool in the middle.
Yeah,
The spa.
No,
I wanna
no,
go down to the
that's not this
spa.
place. That's not this place. That place was in
Oh.
That place was in Yartar.
Oh,
this-
no, this is the
the-
place where we
I think that
had the
This is
fight.
Den of
I think that
ours.
one was called the Despicable Lady, wasn't it? The one with the
Yeah, this one is
I want to go
the
back to
one
the
that-
Despicable Lady.
Danavar's house. That was it. Danavar's
Yeah.
house.
Yes!
This is the one
Remember-
that
Master
Molson
Ninja.
and
This is the
Anna-
one that Molfin and Anna got into that little situation
Yeah.
where almost the entire bar exploded. And there's that half orc who is the proprietor of this place and was not very happy that they decided to blow up his establishment. Yeah, so you're in Danavar's house. That was. Oh, we got some nasty thunder going on. I hope my power's good.
Oh my gosh, I heard that too.
Yeah, it's getting rough out here. So, Twitch chat, if everything goes dark, it is because I am losing power. So I apologize.
Shock therapy.
Yeah,
It's
shock
been
me.
a full year since we were at
Yeah.
Danavar's.
My notes from the 17th say
Wow.
Dan of ours house.
Wow.
17th Danavar's house.
Of last year. Of last year.
I wish I took notes that good.
That's amazing. Yep, you're at Danavar's house. I wish I could find that in the book so I could remember the lady or the name of the proprietor. I know it's in here.
It was.
Aw.
What I've got written down is Droll, the one-eyed halfling.
Droll, yeah, Droll. Not the one-eyed halfling. It's a one-eyed half
Oh.
orc. It's an orc with an eye patch. Or a
Aw.
half orc with an eye patch. Yeah. Yep.
Is he cute? No, I'm kidding.
Oh
looks,
gosh.
looks a little older. Probably on the, maybe an old retired adventurer or something like that decided to take the proprietorship. But
Not a Khal Drogo then.
no. So, adventure's yours, guys. What would you like to do?
Food.
I'm over here looking at her
Breakfast.
breakfast and plan.
Yeah, breakfast and plan. I like that. B and P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not pig.
No. Wait, no.
Right, so you guys make your way for breakfast. Danivar's house is a really nice establishment that serves some pretty good food. So you can get pretty much any kind of breakfast thing, omelets, bacon, sausage, any kind of breakfast. Even
Yes.
even some kind of some bread that's like coated in this like some sugary icing, kind of like a cinnamon roll type thing. Yeah, you get pancakes and plan. That's the title of the episode.
Pancakes and plan!
Yeah.
So you guys get pretty much anything that you would ever kind of imagine here at this
Like
place.
Bugs Bunny dive into one of the tables.
All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Continental breakfast.
You can see that the place since the last time you
Continental.
guys were here, they definitely they upgraded some of their furniture from the half of the furniture being blown apart from a while ago. So it seems like they
Hey.
made a few upgrades to the establishment. And you guys are enjoying your breakfast over the morning. So you guys are all sitting together.
Hey, we got Sarah back.
And we got
Yay!
Sarah back.
Hey
Yay!
guys!
We're having pancakes and planning.
Yay! That's my favorite.
Hey!
Also, Molfin had slipped a ring on your finger that you would
Oh.
eventually notice.
Okay.
Do you want to, Molfin? Do you want to share that information with her now, or do you want it to just do you want to wait till later?
Oh, it's right now. Only 2 people know that Molfin did it, so
Okay.
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 it's Callista and Molfin. So all of a sudden, at some point, Ashton, you're going to notice you have a ring on your finger.
At some point, you
Okay.
will notice because it's pretty obvious. Like you got a ring on your finger
Okay.
that wasn't there before. It's-
And specifically, Molfin put it on that finger.
Oh.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
What did I do
No,
last
just see
night?
that he want it. Should have been a bard. No.
What did we do last night? Guys. Did we go to a church? Did I get married? Lachlan, do you have a ring on? Okay.
You did
As
not
a
marry your
gentleman.
cousin.
Oh yeah, he is my cousin. That's kind of backwards. Okay, just making sure.
You were obsessed with
Also, can you help me, Diana, with something?
Sure.
I want to send a message
To who? I get sending ready.
to Galvin.
What do you want to say?
Okay, dear Galvin. Hi, how are you this fine day? I hope you are doing very, 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 very good.
Lit. Okay, anything else?
No,
Okay.
that's
I
25
have-
words.
That's 25 words exactly.
Yes, I counted.
I send the message.
Diana, you get a response back from Galvin. It's really early. It's good to hear from you. I've made it about 30 miles south. This goblin friend of yours is really strange.
Oh.
Talk to you soon.
Aw. Ashlyn, he said he would talk to you soon.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Seriously, why did I get this ring? No.
I'm alone, come over. Mom's not home, come over. That was what Lachlan put in the chat.
As you ask it, you watch as Molfin just all of a sudden starts eating even faster.
Oh, right.
Never
I'll
touch
cast Good
animals.
Berry for Molfin.
Okay.
Molfin, you're handed some good berries.
Molfin's gonna sort of put him in his top, in your pocket in the top of his thing, and just keep eating bacon and meats and whatever high cholesterol, high fatty, heart attack food that they'll put in front of him.
Oh my good lord.
He's like pulling up the shroud and just like stuffing this stuff with his other hand, like underneath the shroud. You can see.
Pull up the shroud?
He can pull it up on the bottom, but it's kind of attached, so he can get it to where he can eat. But aside from that, it's
Or his
attached.
like lipless mouth.
Yeah, it's like you can see still the remnants of his beard underneath, and you can see that all this food is like stuck in his beard and stuff, and there's probably food from multiple days in there.
Oh my god, we need to shave you. Like a cat that has mats.
Ooh.
I just want to whisper to Ash and knock on him. Shave him.
I don't know what you said.
We're gonna shave him. He sleeps, Ashlyn, because that's disgusting.
Aww.
It'll be
No.
fine. It'll be And boop, boop, boop. Hey.
Anyway, why did we roll 2d10?
That was what your hit point maximum is raised by that amount for 24 hours.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. So if you roll 2d10, each of you roll it separately, and that's what your new hit point maximum will be until the next morning.
I just totally did what all the other cool kids were doing and rolled 2d10. I didn't know.
The adventure is yours, folks.
Sure. As Muffin is still shoveling food into his mouth, he eventually will look over at Ashlyn after enjoying the somewhat panicked initial reaction. Just say, a small gift for you. It should aid in keeping you around a bit longer.
Okay. Thank you.
Spend some time with it next time we have a bit.
Okay. I will think upon this and reflect upon it.
Can we identify... Is Muffin talking to just Ashlyn or to the group? Can we hear this?
I mean, you guys are all sitting at the same breakfast table, so
Yeah.
I'd imagine it'd be just open conversation.
Can we see what the ring is?
Can you see what the ring is?
Yeah, like, can I just, like, look at it and tell?
You probably can't really, have you... Muffin, you've had...
You would know that it's a ring that Muffin used to wear.
Yeah, Muffin used to wear
I
this
don't
ring.
trust it immediately because of that information.
What does it look like as Ashlyn is showing it around?
It actually looks rather plain. I mean, there's not a lot of markings on it. There are some arcane markings on it, but it, for ring purposes wise, it just looks like a standard ring. There's nothing really that stands out about it that's like overly
I
decorative
don't
or
know
anything.
much glory. This is so exciting. Do I own any jewelry?
Actually, Michael, if you want,
You have your snake ring.
there is a picture
Is there a picture?
on D&D Beyond of it.
Is it in the
The
DMG?
ring? I don't know. I can see it on D&D Beyond.
Double check. I thought this one was the one that I didn't have a picture for, but I didn't know. Let me check.
Oh, now I got a necklace with Warhammer on it.
Yeah, you
Whoa.
do have that.
Hold on.
Like some Mr. T stuff.
There
Like,
we go.
Michael,
Ring,
look in Discord.
Okay, never mind. It is a ring that has a really large shield. If you look in Discord, you'll see what the ring looks like.
Oh,
Never
it's
mind.
pretty.
It has, looks like it has
here.
blue gemstones on
I
it.
did not think
It's
this one was
filigree.
in the
It's so
DMG. I
pretty.
missed it. I apologize. Yeah.
I don't know, like leave a mark if you punch somebody.
Definitely
Yeah.
a nice shield print in your face.
Right in the forehead, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty it's bulky. It's a large ring, but it is very pretty.
Okay. I can pull it off. Why do I have a necklace with Warhammer charming with rune? Do we know what that is?
I don't think you ever identified it.
Okay. Uncle Muffin, can you spend some time with this when you get a chance?
Or wait, did you you did identify that?
I think you did.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Sorry, I don't
that-
have it.
Best if you use it at the house.
Oh yeah.
It'll make the
okay.
room the truth room.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, the truth room magic item. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in the bag of holding, the Fabio of holding. Oh, it's just
Wrong
called
game.
Loot here. Yeah, just called
Yeah.
Loot here. I should put a picture there.
Oh my god. We don't need another Fabio of holding, thank you.
The Fabio holding is so great.
Keep your Fabio of holding to Monday nights. MG's like, what?
No, MG was there.
MG was there for the Fabio of holding. He,
He was producing.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you were the
Producing.
producing way back then. Yeah.
I mean,
Alright, as you guys are sitting around this dinner or this breakfast table, and you guys are just
Kevlin.
stuffing your face. Fabio belongs to TOA. That's right, Kevlin. Absolutely. We're gonna go ahead and take our break since it's right at 9:30. So we'll give you guys a chance, an opportunity to think about what you guys might be planning as we come into the second half of episode 85 of Storm King Thunders. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. Chat has been popping tonight, so thank you guys so much for hanging out in chat. We are so glad that you're joining us. We are going to take probably a 5 to 7 minute drink and restroom break, and we'll be right back to bring you guys the second half of tonight's episode. So,
Google how to skank.
yeah, just
be careful.
Just be careful.
Do not Google how you
Do
skank.
not Google that.
Make sure safe search is on.
Yeah, safe search, engage. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. We'll see you guys soon.
like view of the gods. Like, yeah, you're
I
not allowed
know.
in. She's like, no kidding. I don't want to go in.
Upset. I was so upset. I was like, how is Callisto any different from the rest of us? Da, 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 da. And
Yeah.
Druids are neutral, man.
It was good. Welcome back, everybody. We are live right here at Storm King's Thunder. This is episode 85. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful dungeon master. Our group tonight is currently sitting around the breakfast table at Danavar's house in Everland, a pretty upscale, large inn and tavern in this city. And they are discussing their plans going forth in this adventure after just having an interesting dream the night before. At least they think it was a dream. They're not sure. They don't really know what had happened that night. It's strange. It was a dream, but yet Lachlan did come back with a banana that is starting to rot.
Saving it for later.
And you guys all feel great. You feel vitalized and re-energized and ready for your adventure. So, what would you guys like to do?
Is Dad still in the hotel room?
Yeah, he was staying up there. Just, I think he might have just waited up there until you guys had kind of come up with some sort of plan.
Okay.
He's kind of hesitant to go into crowded areas,
Fair.
even disguised with his size. You don't want his spider. I believe it's called a thorax, bumping into somebody, or is one of his several legs that he's dragging behind him.
Well, given how close we are, I will personally say we should deal with the
Nice sauce.
cloud giant.
Yeah, meddling with more
Cloud
giants
giant.
sounds safe, right? Let's.
Yep.
Who would not like to have a flying citadel?
I'm in.
Yeah. Giants and whatnot.
100% I'm in.
The plot.
When do we leave?
Wait, I'm confused. So the army won't come after you as long as you're fighting the giants, right?
The Harpers.
Right.
No, it's Valharo said he would keep them off me long enough to deal with the giants.
Why don't we create a bigger war between the giants so they keep fighting so Uncle Molfin will never have to deal with the Harpers?
No.
Oh.
No, that's horrible.
Ashland, that
That's
is
so
a very
bad.
sweet idea, but if we do that, there will be no world left for any of
Well, I
us.
mean,
Yeah.
we like kind of prolong it though.
No. Well, haven't we?
Well, yes, but more.
More.
Ashland, it is as I told Valharo. Then I will warn any of them.
Okay.
When it make to move against me, do the smart thing. Let someone else try first.
Okay. I was just trying.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to deal with the giants so that there is a home left for those of us who have one.
Alright.
Right.
Well, we could also kill blue dragons. I'm just saying that too.
We can.
We need to
Well,
find
to
blue
find-
dragons. I'm sure if we kill Old Snarl, it will make enough of a wave that some other dragons will come looking for us.
Let's wait on that one.
Yeah, it
Give
seems a
that
little.
one a minute.
I like these cloud giants. How do we get to the cloud giants? Is it, I mean, we used to have an airship.
Well, we could wind walk.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
In Windwalk, there's also... I could get us up there once we have visibility on it.
Or we just wind walk onto it.
For option.
Yeah.
Things tend to go a little sideways occasionally with my methods.
Really? Anything stop it? Like, are we ready to go, or do we need to prepare anything?
It has
I'm
been
itching
so
for a
long since
fight.
I cannot remember. Does this city... Does anyone remember if anyone in this city supplies health tonics and healing ointments of the such?
We should go on a
Should.
search. We should go shopping.
We also
I
have
really
stuff
don't
to
think we need to
sell.
go shopping. We'll spend 4 days. Last time you were here, you had armor made.
Hey, my armor only took like 1 day.
I mean, we do have items to sell if we want to go sell them and then get some potions.
Wasn't Margie in Everland?
She was.
I was never in Everland with guys,
Crazy.
so.
Oh, yes, that crazy, arcane woman.
Yeah.
We can always attempt to hit her up, see if we can get something from her.
Yeah.
Margie's windwalk to a tower.
Wait, what?
Do we hit Margie's and then go straight to the tower?
Oh, yeah. Seems reasonable.
Does Margie have healing potions?
Maybe she can point us to it at least if she doesn't have them.
I can't remember. Did she sell you guys healing potions last time?
I know Anna got the
Like a-
scry ball from him or from her.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff we couldn't afford because we were like
Yeah, that was
young and
That was a
poor.
while ago. Yeah, you guys didn't have any money. That's where Molfin bought the wand of what'd you the
Paralysis?
Paralysis,
wand, yeah.
Who did I ever give that to?
I thought you still had it.
You still have it.
I thought
No, I gave it to somebody. It's not on my list anymore because it's
I think it's
requires
with
attunement.
me.
Oh, you gave it
Mm.
to
I think the
Diana?
one of paralysis is with me. Yeah, I remember that being on my list.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember thinking in several encounters, dang, I wish I never given that to him.
Yep.
I said I used to think in several encounters, I was like, crap, I wish I never have given that to him.
Yeah, I would have kept using it. It was just required attunement, and I was up to 3 items that I wanted more.
True.
Okay, actually, I don't think that I have that because I have a mystery wizard wand from Gizmo. Gizmo. But I don't have anything.
Gimbal.
Kimball.
Gimbal. What the
Yeah,
heck?
you
But,
didn't you use that at some point? I remember you using that, and it seemed to cause.
I feel like
it caused the
did.
person to smile uncontrollably.
Yeah, I think I did, and I was a little
Mhm.
bit disappointed because I wanted to do like fireballs, and it was just like
Yeah, who did you
Smile!
Was it Cruella the Black that you used that against, or
I think
I can't remember
or I
exactly,
think
but I remember you
it
like
might have been
saying
in the-
like I can't remember who it was, but I remember you used it and it caused them to smile uncontrollably.
Yes. I think it was Molten,
yeah.
maybe? Oh. No, that would have been creepy.
Yeah.
It might have been black. Yeah, it might have been black.
or like some encounter with
Yeah,
that.
what was that? I
Maybe
think
the
there
first
was because I
one.
remember something happening with that.
Yeah. But I don't think I have the wand of paralysis. No. What is that? What was that wand again? Was it like a wand of?
Well, you know what it did when you cast it, but you never identified it. So you don't technically know the actual parameters of it.
Oh, I should.
But you
spend
do
time
know what
doing
it did that
then.
one time, so kind of gives you a hint.
I need further experimentation with the wand. All right. So we're going to that one.
Margie's.
You
Yeah.
guys are
Going to
headed,
Marge,
headed to
yeah.
Margie's? Okay. So you guys make your way through the what seem to be rather busy streets for the early morning of Everland. As you make your way, Molfin, are you just kind of willy-nilly, just, kind of walking through the streets as you are? Okay. You guys are
Okay.
making your
Oh
way.
no.
You guys end up making your way towards the marketplace. It's in more of the center location of the town, outside the very large, what almost looks like a large keep or castle area in the center, which you guys know to be the place where they have a council that meets at this place. The government, since breaking off from the Lord's Alliance, they've kind of are self-governed, and they have different elected officials that meet within this place. The market is set up right in front of that, and they got the hustle and bustle starts so early in the morning at this market. You've got people selling all kinds of wares and different things, and it gets rather crowded. You do find that purple tent that you remember from before that has these tassels that go all the way around it. Looks very flamboyant with different embroidered golden decorations on the sides of it. And it seems as if nobody's walking in and out of this place. It seems like people seem to be walking by, going to the other booths and things like that as you approach. And you guys, I guess, assuming you guys just enter right into Margie's. So you walk in and you can see there are a few people like just moseying around, just kind of looking at a couple of things. Here they're set on some different tables that are covered in purple tablecloths and things. And you can see, it looks like you see Margie. She's back there, and she looks like she's rustling through some big, heavy boxes in the back. Looks like she's in the middle of searching for something, kind of digging around as you approach the main counter.
I go exploring all the shelves.
Okay.
Kind of walk away.
Okay, is there anything in particular? Okay, you're walking away.
Before I go in, can I cast Detect Magic?
I was just about to. I'm saying the same thing.
Sure. Yeah, you get probably about 4 or 5 pings from around the room of magical items.
Okay, I'll focus on those.
Yeah, that.
You also, it's strange. You see like this very large magical ping. It seems to be some type of illusion magic. If you remember, there in this store before, you had bumped into several things that were invisible. She has some like chests and things that are around this room that are actually invisible, where she's kind of just almost like hiding in plain sight these chests that she has around the room, and she kind of gets a kick out of people like stubbing their toes on these things that are invisible around the room. It's kind of like an evil thing that she does, but she loves it anyway.
Alignment chaotic evil makes things invisible so people stub their toes on it.
That's it. So yeah, you do get a few pings of some things around the room. You don't have visualization on a lot of them, because it seems like some of them are coming from these pings of illusion magic and things of that nature.
Okay.
It seems like she keeps all like these random knickknacks in view, but keeps all like the really good stuff hidden from plain sight. Saves it for particulars. And she's just bustling through this box behind the counter.
I'm going to use my third eye so I can see invisible objects.
Okay, you see there are like 4 or 5 of these what look to be rather large chests just like scattered around the room. Some of them seem to be over on the left side of the tent. You see like 4 or 5 of them like stacked on top of each other. But yeah, she's got more of these. She's got a lot of these. So you're just gonna start like creeping in some of them. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
23.
All right.
Good number.
This first one that you open up, there is a potion bottle inside, and it looks like a very clear liquid inside. As you take a gander. Hey you! What are you coming to Miss Margie's and you're just going to dig through my chests? What is this? What is this rubbish?
There it is.
Morphin points at Lachlan.
No, you don't blame it on him. You don't blame it on... That's absolute rubbish. You do not blame it on him. He looks innocent, and he starts patting Lachlan's head. She's just like patting.
I am.
And she like grabs him and starts like almost like pulling him closer to her. Like your face is like just right on her chest as she's just like. Why you come in Margie's and act like that towards Molfin?
You keep all the good things hidden.
I do. Are you looking for hidden things?
I am looking for good things.
What you see this? You see this potion, don't you? You've been seeing that. You see that? Oh, well, see, that's a potion, and now you see it. Now you don't. yeah.
Perfect. Now you see it. Now you see it.
Of course, I see it.
How much?
Oh, How much? Ooh, you put the pressure on Miss Margie right off the bat, don't you? Oh. Well, I don't exactly know. Let me check my books here. Let me check my books. Oh, this book is sticking together. This is rubbish. Who even put the binding on this book? I tell you, this is just absolutely ridiculous.
Alfred's gonna look over at Lachlan and in Gnomish. I thought you were going to distract her.
Oh,
In Gnomish,
sorry, Gramps, I'm a hero now.
in Gnomish, you hear it did not work, yeah?
Oh, that's awesome.
And she just,
Yeah,
she
well-
kind of nonchalantly just keeps going through her book. Like, she doesn't even respond any more than that. Oh, man, where is my chart? I got so into Miss Margie.
Caught by the teacher.
I can't remember what that is listed under. Let me double check my. There it is. Cha cha cha! Ooh boy.
Oh no.
Darling, this is a rather rare delicacy. She looks around the room. She's just like watching everybody. She kind of smiles towards Ashlyn. And she looks back at you. She pats Lachlan a couple times. This particular delicacy run you about 6,000 gold pieces, huh? Now you see it. Go. Now you don't.
No, I don't, and hands it right to her.
6,000 gold?
No, the vial.
Oh, just hands it right back to her. So, you do not partake in that?
What about those things? And I'm pointing to all the glowing.
Okay. She goes to another box and she pulls something out. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Okay. 84.
84. Okay. Okay.
Apparatus of Qualish.
Let's,
Oh God, yes.
I'm gonna need another roll from you, but let me check and see which roll I'm going to need in specific, because I know I'm going to need another roll. Where are you? Looking. Oh, look at this book. It's just rubbish. Oh, jeez. Here we go. That's not it. What are you doing?
So what isn't rubbish? I'm gonna look for a. What should I look for?
Oh.
3, 4, 5.
Yes.
I need a D6 roll from you, Callista. A D6.
Okay.
What would Ashlyn want?
2.
I'm wandering the store looking for the ugliest thing that I can find to show to Ashlyn.
She holds up this large, what looks to be some type of token or knickknack that looks like a golden swan, and it has this big white feather that sticks off the back of it. Nice big pluming feather off the back of it. And, this this very big bird, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She starts just petting the feather on the back of it.
What is it?
This, you can, with the command word, you can toss this into the air. Transforms into enormous bird. Yeah.
Oh, I have one of those.
I want to name it.
How big is your bird?
Oh no, and I'll pull out the fly.
Put that is rubbish. This bird much bigger. That is
How much?
That is not a bird. That is a bug.
No, I just have one that does something similar. How big is the bird that comes out?
Oh boy.
Swans are mean.
Let's maybe 100 feet long.
That's way bigger than a bird I can turn into.
Big bird. Yes.
How much?
Let me consult my book. Oh,
This thing could carry all of us.
Yeah.
But for how long?
Miss Margie,
I don't know.
Miss Margie, ecstatic that you came to visit her today. Oh, this one, I'm willing to let this one go for about 4,000 gold. Huh? Huh? Definitely not rubbish.
Okay. Sure.
She looks over and I'm not sure what Molfin's doing at this time, if he's even doing anything, but she reaches over and just kind of smacks his hand. Stop that! Just looks back at Callista.
Basically, where Molfin casts Detect Magic on the way in as well, Molfin's looking at one of the other beacons that him and Callista noticed.
Okay.
Just standing right in front of her where he was, but just staring laser focused at one point.
Okay, go ahead and roll another D100 for us.
Do you think we should get it, guys? I can pay for it. It might be
I don't
useful.
know.
What would we use it for?
I mean, it's a 100-foot bird. It could carry us.
Where and why and for how long and
To the cloud giants, of course.
it's not that subtle.
It's not, no.
Fair point.
Neither are we, though.
We're more subtler than a pack of people on a 100-foot swan.
How
Can't
long
we
does
like,
my
turn into wind?
Well, we can. Well, how long does my fly last? I think it's like 8 hours. And you can't use it again until the next dawn?
I have a purple handkerchief of wait, what is it? Of wild magic.
Molfin,
I shouldn't sneeze into that
the
thing.
one thing that you're looking at right now, it seems to be some type of magical enhanced hand crossbow.
Molfin is sort of nudge Lachlan a little bit and point in that
What is
direction.
that?
Appears to be a crossbow of some sort.
Miss Margie comes up, puts her arm around Lachlan's shoulder. Ah, you see this? And she pulls it out. She's grabbing it. This crossbow, yeah. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one is. This crossbow warns you of incoming danger.
What?
When danger is about, you get the upper hand. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Interesting. Does it have like a little alarm on it, or a...
Kind of, yeah. And you know what's even great? If it senses anything, it even wake you up from a slumber. Yeah.
Oh, we need that with Gramps over here.
That's like the alert feat, basically, right?
I think a little bit. I'm not 100% sure what alert feat does. I know it gives you like you can't be surprised or something like that, and I think you have like
Yeah.
advantage on initiative rolls or something like
You
that.
get like a +5 to initiative, I think.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if that's the
Well,
same.
Miss Margie, I kind of have a bow I'm pretty attached to already. Do you ever carry ammunition?
Roll a D100.
Oh, no.
Do I need anything? No. Don't need anything.
91.
You know what? I seem to have some in stock. You
Really?
caught Miss Margie on a good day, little one.
Oh, Miss Margie.
I have your back. I have your back. And she goes scooting back behind the counter, and she looks like she's starting to dig. See, I knew I moved those out of the way earlier. And she grabs what looks to be a quiver of arrows, and she sets them down in front of you. These arrows, you fire enemy, and they go boom, really loud and big.
Nice.
How much are they, Miss Margie? How much are they?
I think I can let this this stack go for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like I've got about 8 here. Maybe I'll go with. Can you do 1,500 gold pieces?
Yes.
I'll drop the 150 platinum on the counter.
Deal. And she hands you the 8 arrows, which
We
are
should start negotiating with this.
which are explosive arrows.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
And I will give you the specs on those once I have them.
Sure. Gramps, are these for you or for me?
Yes, because they're going to do so much wonders for me.
Wow. It's like a birthday gift. I start crying.
Oh.
Miss Margie's quickly taking the platinum and kind of putting them in a back behind the counter somewhere. You can hear the ching of some of the change, and the coinage underneath the counter.
Floating arrow.
Ah, you. She looks over to Callista. Have you thought about our exchange? Yeah?
Would you be willing to do partial trade for this one, and I'll hold up the fly?
Ooh. Partial trade. Did I sell you that?
I don't remember where I got this one. Maybe?
It looks familiar, but I don't remember. Let me think. Let me check my books. Let me do some
Zoss.
calculations.
I love you, Zoss.
Did Diana walk out of here, or are you just kind of like perusing?
She's perusing all right.
You're muted, BB.
She's perusing silently.
We can't hear you. Muted.
Where is that page?
Or is she in silent mode?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, just perusing.
Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Vecna?
Do you have no, not Vecna.
Where is?
Anything but that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can get that G100 in real quick.
I will take trade. I will take fly plus 1,000 gold in exchange. Yeah?
Deal.
Deal. Ah! She takes the fly and you pay her 1,000.
I give her 100 platinum, yeah.
All right, she takes it excitedly and starts. You hear that change rattle some more underneath the counter as she hands over this. Looks kind of like a goose at some point, or some kind of. It doesn't look exactly like a Canadian goose, but it looks. You knew I had to do it. You knew I was gonna do it. Looks like more of a swan in its shape. It's golden shape, and it has that big pluming feather that sticks out of the back, and you now have possession of it.
Name's Elvis. I named it already. It's
Okay,
Elvis.
do we know how long it lasts? Is it like 6 hours?
She will give you the specs on it. I will tell you as soon as I find that page again.
Sure, sorry.
This book is just rubbish. No.
Rubbish.
Rubbish. Gotta roll those R's.
I wish I could. Limits me in my accents.
You can't do the.
No.
The purring. Okay, you can use an action to toss this token 5 feet into the air. The token disappears and an enormous multicolored bird takes its place. The bird has the statistics of a rock.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit! What? This is an upgrade. Hell yeah.
It obeys your simple commands but cannot attack.
Okay.
It can carry up to 500 pounds while flying.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And a maximum speed of 16 miles an hour for a maximum of 144 miles per day. And only one rest for about any quick rest for every 3 hours. Or 1,000 pounds at half that speed.
Okay.
The bird disappears after the flying, after it meets its maximum distance for the day, and it drops to it drops to 0 hit points. You can dismiss the bird as an action, and it shifts back into a token into your possession once it's done.
That's way better than the fly.
So it's definitely
Okay.
more of a method of transportation rather than something that
Yeah.
can help you in combat or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's good because if I run out of Windwalk or Tree Stride, we could use this.
It's
It's an extra.
Basically, you
boost.
guys have a giant airplane. No.
Who needs an airship? We got a plane.
Wow, yeah.
Now, were you guys looking for healing potions in particular as well?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Without role-playing this out, it does seem like she has what seems to be a rather large potion of healing, which you guys seem to be looks like like probably a supreme potion of healing. She has 2 greater potions of healing, and it looks like she has about 6 regular potions of healing as she sets them out on the countertop ahead of you. She also...
What would the
Let's
total
smack
cost
up
be?
them all.
Total cost. Let's see. I gotta double check these potions. Potions of healing. Superiors are rare, so they're pretty expensive. The graders are uncommons, and the normal ones are 50 gold.
Okay, so you
We should
said
definitely get those.
There were 6 of
you
those.
said she had 6. So 50
I'll-
gold would be
I'll buy all
5
of
platinum.
the.
5 platinum. The greater, the 2 greater are going to be about 250 gold pieces each on her price.
I'll
5,
buy the graders for us.
250.
250 gold
Hold
each.
on. Okay. 250, and you said there are 5 of them?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so that's 12. That's another. Molfin's just dropping coin to pay,
Nope.
literally paying for it
I'm
all.
gonna say, excuse me, will you consider taking a bundle for this so we can pay 1,300 gold altogether?
Make a persuasion check, Ashlyn.
Nat 20.
Hmm.
You're using your nat 20?
Yes, 'cause I'm not gonna use it.
Nice.
Is this including the superiors, Ashlyn?
Yes,
Okay, she
a
looks
whole
at you-
bundle.
You know what? I like you.
I like you too.
Miss Margie's so excited you came to see me today. Yes, a bundle deal. That sounds good. Good. You have the coin?
Yeah.
Molfin will drop
I'll
the
pitch
full-
in.
Okay. You pitch in. You guys drop the full. What was the amount that you said? Was it 13?
1,300.
1300, and she just slides the potions your way. 1 superior, 2 greater, and 6 regular.
Oh, 2
healing.
greater?
2
Okay.
greater, yes. And 1 superior. Yep, that's it.
Nice.
And she slides them over your way. You hear the change, kind of. She looks like her mood is just ultimately changed after you guys came in. She looks super ecstatic.
Buying up everything.
You were buying up a lot of things in her store. Somebody in the corner like dropped something. What are you doing over there? Stop that! It's rubbish. Pick that up. Pick it up and put it back in its place. Ah! Oh.
Molfin will look around. But I personally wouldn't mind at least 1 or 2 of the regular ones.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
you paid for them.
Okay, so Molfin's going to take 2 of the regular and give the rest to however they want to divvy them up.
I'm pretty sure I already have a 1 greater and 1 regular. So
I don't have any right now.
I have
No,
one.
I've got 1 regular. I'll take a regular. And
Okay,
I'll
so
just
that
take.
leaves-
I'll just take the superior and leave the rest for everybody else.
I'll take 1 greater.
Okay, so you're taking 1 regular and 1 greater?
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves 3 regular and 1 greater left. Lachlan?
I'll take a regular.
Okay. So you guys are kind of divvying up these potions in the midst of this
So
tent.
I guess Molfin will take a greater potion of healing then too, if no one's going to take it.
Cool.
And that leaves there 2 regular healing potions if you guys want to just throw them in the loot bag.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's probably a good idea.
That's good. So
I'm just
so
like
you guys
looking
are,
at my arrow.
So you guys are all aware that there are those 2 potions there, if need be.
I'll
Okay.
edit loot.
Thank you. You can finally stop rolling. There you go.
I've been entertaining myself.
There were important notes that we left and they're just gone with all the rolls.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Now,
Sorry
Callista
about that.
and Molfin, you do notice that there are other pings of magical items, but they don't seem to resonate the amount or kind of magical energy that you would see beneficial for your group. It seems
Yeah,
like
because we read the school type
you can
too,
tell
right?
the
So we
school
can
type,
see.
and you can feel some of the power coming from some of this. It doesn't feel like, it feels like the stuff that you're already equipped with and already attuned to is much more powerful and stronger than anything else that she might have here at this point.
Does she sell clothing in here?
She does. It's rather it's different. Let's just say the least. It looks like it's
like
rather,
a poet shirt.
yeah, it's like kind of like what Christy was saying earlier. Imagine like, you know, Hot Topic clothes and things of that nature.
Oh,
a little bit,
Hell yeah.
a little bit more gothic and maybe even witchy, so to speak.
Nice.
As it has a lot of different symbols on it and things of that nature. Yeah, so
Cool.
it definitely looks different. The clothing that she has.
I want like a bow.
I would yeah.
outfit.
I think I also want to get a goth outfit just because.
Sure. Yeah, you guys can purchase outfits here. Her prices for clothes are a little bit upscale. It looks like she might make these clothes herself.
That's so cool.
So she does jack up the price a little bit. So whatever the price is for noble clothing within the player's handbook, that's what I'm going to consider the charge here, because she does charge pretty heavily for her clothing. I can't remember.
These are like couture.
I think it's a few gold pieces.
Couture goth. I love it.
Clothes, fine clothes. 15 gold pieces for these
Wow.
gothic, witchy looking, and you guys can kind of come up with the look yourselves as players. I will let you guys explore that. Of the clothing that you pick out. What would you kind of like imagine? What would you think that Miss Margie would have on her little clothing racks?
A really cool old school army jacket looking thing with like some cool fringe on it.
Nice.
That's what I'm gonna get.
Nice.
Black, of course. So with the buttons, brass buttons.
Does she have anywhere, or would she be able to steer Molfin in the direction of finding like a somewhat plain, like almost like a hooded acolyte robe?
Hooded acolyte robe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you find one. It is rather bedazzled in this embroidery, but you do find one that kind of resembles what you're looking for. Yeah. In chat, we got somebody talking about Vampire the Masquerade gear. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like we got Storm King's Thunder gothing out right now.
Next week, I'm gonna come on like with like all black, you know, black nail polish, you know, tunic.
Yeah.
You do that, I'll make a shroud.
Okay,
Awesome.
I'm down for that.
I'm gonna regret saying that.
I might even get that jacket just so you do the shroud.
Would Diana be interested in any of these clothes?
What kind of clothes are they again? You said like
Hot
gothic.
topic.
Yeah, hot topic, pretty
Hot
dark,
topic,
pretty dark and
okay.
gothic looking. Not really the MO of ill-mater cleric or priests, but you know, hey, it's your character.
Yeah, I'll shop with Ashlyn.
Okay.
Just
Nice.
Yeah, so anybody who's
Yeah.
buying an outfit, go ahead and subtract your 15 gold. That's what she charges for
Okay.
her
Yeah.
gear. And basically, I'm going to let you guys design. Imagine your character gothed out, and that would be what the essence of your character would be. I know Lachlan already wears a lot of black, but
Yeah.
it might be.
Her-
But I'm buying like a
Per
silky
article of
ascot,
clothing.
like a.
Nice, yes.
per outfit or per article of clothing?
Per outfit. So if you want multiples, you'll have to spend 15 gold on each one. Now she will
like,
not come down on
4.
the price for these because she puts her TLC into each one of these pieces. So she's and she helps like fit you guys as well. Like she's like putting things together and this will look perfect on look at that. That is definitely not rubbish. And she like ties the ascot around Lachlan and stuff and gets him ready to go.
Michael, question
Sure.
from something we have in our loot. What is the Solar's book?
Solar's book.
Yeah.
When was that?
When was that? Was that like Nightstone crap from like 2 years ago? Or what's...
No, it's at the bottom of my list, so I think it's recently.
Oh, yes. The book that when you guys went and visited the high priest of Ilmater in Waterdeep, handed you that book that he was looking at when he told you to get out, basically. Do you guys remember that? He handed
Yes,
you guys
yes,
that book
yes.
and basically told you to get out.
What is that book?
Oh, so you pulling it out and taking a look at it?
Yeah.
As you're glancing through it, it looks extremely difficult to read at first. It looks like it's highly philosophical and highly informational. But he does have a leather sort of bookmark into a page. And when you open it up, it seems to be a book that seems to talk about a history of the cult of Vecna. And there is a ton of information here. It would take you a significant amount of time to actually sit down and read this, so it might be something that you'll have to do kind of in your downtime to get caught up on the information. But that's the gist that you get as you're looking at it. It seems that this guy was doing a little bit of research on his own.
Okay. I will make a note of that so I know to...
And perhaps handed you it knowing what had happened with what is going on, and handed it to you for information.
Okay.
MG, yes, look at MG.
Nice.
Lachlan's ascot look. Oh yes. A nice suit
precious.
jacket that he's got strapped on tightly. Fantastic. I know viewers at home, you can't see it, but they are sharing their wardrobes in Discord right now, and it's fantastic. Sarah, is that what Ashlyn is getting? Oh, that is epic.
I might get it. It's like $21 on Wish.com right now.
So, you might get it and wear it from now on? That would be super cool.
I'm wearing it next Friday at least, so Molphin wears a shroud.
Fantastic.
It's like Goth Ninja.
We're all doing cosplay of our characters during Storm King's Thunder from now on.
Cosplay.
All right, guys. So you guys are able to pick up those things. Anything else that you guys would be doing here as you're preparing for your next stages of your adventure?
It's as we're heading out, waiting for the party, and looking to find just interesting people.
Right. As you guys are getting ready to leave, Miss Margie comes up to each one of you and she's like, "You guys support Miss Margie lot. Me offer you future discounts at Miss Margie's. Perhaps if you can spread the word." And she hands all of you a Miss Margie's business card.
Ooh.
It looks like a small pamphlet that has a picture of her smiling and all these like weird witchy kind of decorations on it. And it just says, Miss Margie's, what was it? Miss Margie's Magnificent. It was like some crazy name. I can't even remember it, but it had like a lot of M's to Magnificent Magic.
Magnificent, marvelous, magical, like wonder.
Yeah, it was like all those titles. It has that on the business card as she hands it to you, and it just gives a nice little address of the Everland Marketplace and things like that. As she hands you that, and she offers you this little partnership, almost like as an official sponsor of your adventuring party here in Everland.
That's so cool. I will get it tattooed on me.
Okay.
Wow.
Then you guys make your way out into the streets of Everland. Molphin, you said you were looking for interesting people. Molphin?
Just looking as people walk by.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, the hood pulled up. For those of you who have seen it at Halloween, this is probably really disconcerting for people walking by, given the shroud. Is the hood pulled up and it's now just this blacked out image.
Yeah. Molfin is like
just
completely
two
blacked
eyes
out.
peering out.
And probably the only
I scared Lachlan so bad he turned into pizza.
now do you have 2 gloves or do you only wear the glove over the hand? Would Molfin
I
wear
bought 2, but I really only wear.
you wear just the one to hide the hand?
Yeah.
So yeah, the only thing basically of flesh that you guys can see of Molfin is his right hand. Like that is the only thing really of flesh that you can see of him anymore. You can, if you look close enough, you can see his eyes like peering out through the shroud over this hooded figure that he has become.
And the one flesh hand is the one that's on the staff of power as he's walking.
For those of you at home, viewers, imagine a Sith Lord, and you've got Molfin right now.
This staff.
All right. So what are the rest of you doing? As it seems Molfin is just scaring people out in the marketplace.
I don't know.
As Molfin's waiting for the group, he's just playing around little, almost like parlor trick, magical tricks, like taking a couple of copper pieces in his hand, casting light on them, and flipping the coin through the air.
Okay. Oh, Molfin and Callista, one thing that you also recognized is there were a couple items that you guys, I can't remember the party, that there were a couple items that were purchased in Waterdeep at a magical shop that looked like the head of a statue when you guys visited there. A few of those items are glowing. I believe Ashlyn might have a few of those items as well. That were, I believe they were purchased but never like looked at or identified and things of that nature. So there was also those that kind of gave a glistening magical essence. And of course you saw everything magical that your entire party has been carrying around. So,
Right,
so
with the
just
beacons.
beacons of magical energy that you guys got.
So, are we off to find the castle in the clouds?
I think there's a song about that.
I think Lachlan has lost his voice. He's so excited.
Yeah, I'm playing with my arrows, like, let's go use.
Lachlan, one thing you notice about these arrows is they definitely are magical in nature, but they're you think you're gonna have to aim a little differently with them just because of the tops of them seem to be weighted a little bit differently, so you just feel like you might have to aim a little high with these arrows particularly.
Might be a little harder to use, but worth it if it hits.
Mm-hmm.
Are we planning on cloud walking to the castle in the clouds?
Should we bring Dad, or at least bring him along so he's nearby?
If you'd like
With
to,
a
we
bow,
can
yeah.
bring him with us, or we can just pay for the room for another couple of days.
I'd rather him come with us. We've left him alone for a while, and now that,
Cool.
especially
Yes, that's a good-
with old Snarl on his trail, I don't feel comfortable leaving him alone.
Okay.
Call that bloated worm Klaus. Useless slimy lizard.
He can hear us, Gramps. If I light on fire with all these arrows in my bag, I'm gonna blow up.
All right. So you guys going back to Danavar's house to
Yeah.
Get him.
pick up Daddy?
Yeah.
So you guys make your way back to Danavar's house easily enough. Scoop up
Spider Dad.
Riled, and he kind of looking at you guys. Does he still have the hat of disguise?
Yep.
Okay, he's just going to disguise himself as that normal. I guess what was he, an elf like last time or something like that. I think he was some type of elf looking figure, and he transforms himself into that, and he begins to make his way with you. What would you guys like to do at this point?
So are we riding a giant bird, or are we...
How far away is your ping for the castle?
How far do I get?
All right, let me double check. Your ping.
And are those dwarves meeting us there? Is that the plan, or
about 90 miles to the west, almost directly west, Molfen.
We'll share it with the group. 90 miles.
okay? Are dwarves joining us? Do we have to line that up, or?
No, this is to deal with another cloud giant stronghold. I believe we were going to speak with
Oh, for the
strange woman who has a thing for, I believe it was Ashlyn. Once we are prepared to go storm the final
Cool.
resting place of the throne.
Queen. Wait. Was that Queen Dagnabbit? Or is that something
That
else?
might be it. I thought it was Queen Son of a Gun or something of that nature.
What's a gun?
Yeah, you guys sent Clarion to talk to Queen Dagnabbit about basically. I think you had mentioned about the flask and giving her some more information about what was going on.
Mhm.
Is that true? I'm
And see if we could get reinforcements to come with us when we got the conch.
okay. When you got the conch.
Oh, we get to that
Right,
part.
that's
Okay.
right. Okay. You really haven't gotten any responses back from Clarion at this point.
I know he arrived though, right?
He did arrive, and he was waiting for audience last time that you contacted him. So.
Okay. I can contact him after we deal with the cloud giants.
Do it. Let's turn into clouds or whatever.
Is
It
that
seems the young one wants to impress on Callista to be a cloud beast again.
Unless we're flying on a bird.
No, we'll use the bird later if we need it.
okay? So you, Callista, you're gonna use Wind Walk on the party once again.
Yes, sir. Goodbye, 6th level spell.
All right, here, yes, you guys transform into those little misty clouds once again. 90 miles. Here we got to do math again. Oh my goodness, this Wind Walk.
We go
spell.
68 miles an hour, I calculated.
Okay, so you can make it there in less than 2 hours. Probably like an hour
Yeah.
and a half, maybe an hour,
Yeah.
an hour
Yeah.
and 35, 40 minutes, something like that. So you guys are following Molfen, who has the magical GPS embedded in his mind that is leading you in this direction as these little misty clouds that are flying at this rapid pace. As you start to get closer to your destination, Molfen, about an hour and 30 minutes into this, as some of these other clouds move away from your vision, you notice a massive cloud fortress just floating and hovering over this foggy marshland that's below. It looks like it's currently stationary, and it looks like it has several stories and 3 towers that seem to jet up at different levels and have spires on the tops. You can see there is what looks to be some type of bridge. It's made of some type of stone that goes to a small outcropping in the front, and it looks like there's kind of like it looks like a lookout point, kind of extended a little bit away from it. But currently, you guys are still in the guise of these clouds, moving rather rapidly towards this place.
Does it look like there's anyone at the lookout point?
Make a perception check with me. For me. Do they get to keep their stats, Callista,
Yep.
in this form? Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, make your perception check, Molfen. If anybody would like to join, you guys are just
Sure,
right
yeah.
behind Molfen, kind of scoping out. You guys all see this coming up.
And Bolt doesn't see nothing, so he's heading towards that lookout point.
Whoa!
Whoa, we got a natural 20 from Ashlyn. 24 over for Callista, because an insight bot who just rides on her back all the time. And...
Nope. That's my eagle eyes mask.
Oh, eagle eyes. Oh yeah, we got that too. You guys,
Insight is where insight.
and you guys are stocked up with some magical crap, man.
Yeah.
You guys are fully decked out. Everybody but Molfin that has rolled here seems to see that there are several small humanoid creatures that seem to be lining different parts of the battlements on some of the parts of this fortress. They appear to be bird-like in nature, but are humanoid. And you also notice that there are a few what looks to be wisping wind-like creatures on this landing pad that are just kind of like hovering above the area. And with those perception checks, especially you, Ashlyn, you notice that around this tower in several areas, there's these large ballistas that seem to be placed in strategic positions that could fire off these massive bolts to any oncomers. Giant arrows, that's right.
Yeah, there are
arrows.
giant ballistas around, guys, so be careful.
Can you guys communicate in this form?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Mentally? Oh, okay.
And you guys did not cast like, any mental telepathy on each other, so you guys have no idea what each other are seeing at this point.
And Molfin's in the front and doesn't see a bloody thing, so he's heading towards the landing pad.
Okay.
Do I know what those wispy creatures are?
They look to be, as a druid who can transform into these, they are air elementals.
How many?
It looks to be 2 of them.
Oh no. Okay. Alright.
And they appear to be standing guard.
No, this is not good.
Molfin, as you get closer, you do see them. And you also see several of those bird-like humanoids. You do see across the bridge there's a very large door that appears to lead into the main part of this tower. And there are 2 of those bird humanoid creatures just standing with spears, almost like standing guard at the front.
Anything near the ballistas?
Doesn't appear that there's anything manning the ballistas at this point.
Are we, like, stealthed?
Molfin's gonna hard turn and head towards the ballista.
Head towards a ballista? Okay.
Yep.
These ballistas on this, like, entryway are kind of in... You gotta go, like, into a window and into kind of like a room where they're stationed. You make your way into that room and you can see that the room is empty, but on the other side of the room, the steps lead down, and on the other side, that's where you noticed one of those windy, wispy kind of creatures. It's just standing there stationary, just taking a glance over its shoulder every once in a while, and just kind of seems to be standing there looking around.
As Molfin lands, he's gonna spend a minute to turn back into Molfin.
Okay.
In the same room as a elemental?
There's nothing in the room.
There's nothing in the room with them currently.
So it's down and across the ways to where the other thing is. This room is empty.
Okay.
Yep. And you guys see
Alright.
Molfin do this.
Alright, I'll go in after.
I'll go join him.
Okay. So you guys all join them and transform into yourselves. Everybody else doing the same thing? Callista, Diana?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys over to another map so you can see what I'm talking about in a moment.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
Uh-oh.
Battle.
And, this may take a minute to get all situated because I really didn't know where you guys were going to go today. So I was kind of guessing, well, they could go here, they could go here, they could go here. So I'm going to move you guys over to this map. It'll be black for a moment, and I will try my best to get you guys all set up as you guys are making your way into this place. Molfin, I will put you here first and show you where you are. I'm going to shift ping you if I can. Let's shift ping you right here. I'll shift ping everybody.
Oh, okay.
You good, Molfin?
Yep.
You went inside the front window where that ballista was. Lachlan, you should be there too.
Yep.
Diana is next. Diana, you should be in that room now as well. Callista, I got you set. There you are in the room. Ashlyn, you are now in the room. And I believe that that Riled is also with you. And we'll pop him in there. He looks like an elf. He doesn't look like this guy. His form. As you see, there's that opening to your left, and you guys can see that air form just kind of wispily hovering above this large area, and you can see the bridge beyond it. I believe you should. Can you guys see past
I
there?
can't.
You can't see it past that. Okay, that's strange. You guys should be able to see a lot on this map. Why can't?
Well, we can
My
if we
vision
move.
cuts
Like
off
if I
here.
move out,
Yeah,
it's
it-
line of sight.
Line of sight. Perfect. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, Molfin's going to look over at Callista. The flying one. Should we attempt to banish it?
I mean, if you think you can.
I have banishment as
Molfin's going to look over, and let me just check and see. Yeah. It's going to make sure, take a step forward. And then from his sickened green and pulsing hand,
Slips a finger off of each. Slips the glove off of each finger slowly and pulls the glove off.
and cast banishment.
All right. Charisma save. Oh boy. I don't have any of these character sheets ready. This ought to be good.
There's some in mine if you want to look at those.
It's all good. I found it. Here, mental character sheet. Oh, let me double check to make sure I'm not whispering these rolls. I want everybody to be able to see. Yeah, always whisper, never whisper. Never whisper rolls. That's what I want. Roll 20. Perfect. Charisma save. Wow. Are you serious? Are you serious? I believe that's gonna fail.
That'll
Oh yeah,
fail.
that feels hot.
God!
So all of a sudden, this elemental creature just vanishes out of sight.
lit.
Now hold it.
If we sit here for the next minute, it will just be gone.
Okay.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace to get from my staff to give him the minute's time, hopefully.
Oh.
Okay. The other one seems to not be paying attention. It rolled a flat 0 on intelligence.
Wow!
So, yeah. So you guys are just going to sit here for a minute.
Yep.
It doesn't get to make any rolls while it's gone, right? It just stays
Nope.
gone.
He has to lose concentration, that's all. But
Okay.
Yep.
Why did we banish it? I'm so confused.
because it goes to the air elemental plane, it doesn't come back.
Oh.
So if you maintain concentration in there, it's not native to the material plane, it remains in its home plane.
Oh.
So as long as nothing hits me for the next minute, it stays in the elemental plane, and that's just one thing we don't have to deal with.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna make 2 more rolls very quickly.
Should we be making stealth checks while we're sitting here, or?
If you would like to go ahead and make a stealth check, everybody can make a stealth check as you guys are trying to do this
Yeah.
covertly. Yeah.
You got passed without a
Oh
trace.
my
Jesus,
god,
42.
I'm rolling like crap.
Wow.
Oh, never mind.
Stealth, stealth,
Ooh.
Plus 10 to all your rolls.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay. Wow, Diana.
Pass without a trace. Pass without a trace. So that's
Diana's
a
not
21
stealthy.
for Molfin.
a 21, a 42 for Lachlan, a 36 for Ashlyn, a 27 for Callista.
Okay. There is one of these bird-like humanoids. It starts flying in your direction. It lifts off the ground.
Oh.
You can see that it has arms and legs, and it's got a large beak on the front of its face. It looks like it has these beautiful color feathers. Like it has like a tan color to most of it, but it has these streaks of green and blue feather down from the top of his head, down its back. And you see its wings kind of outstretched, and it starts flying in your direction. More so towards where the air elemental used to stand. Now that it is not there anymore.
Okay.
Morphin will sort of
About-
stage whisper over. Incoming!
Okay. He's just coming, flapping across the bridge. You can see him flapping in that direction. He's keeping coming. Keeps coming.
Morphin ducks into this corner a little bit more.
Keeps coming. Goes right to where the air elemental was and lands right in this, right next to it. It's got
Do you want to get in this barrel with me? I think I'm in a barrel.
You are.
You see that this creature is looking around, and then it looks towards the other one that is still standing guard at the door, and you hear it cry out some bird-like screeches of, looks like a Callista. From what you're peeking around that corner and like watching this, it doesn't appear to have seen you, but it looks like it's questioning what exactly is going on and where this air elemental has gone to. And the other one seems to now be alerted to a situation and begins to fly over as well. So begins to flap its wings.
We're just holding for the minute.
Holding for the minute.
I have a spell that I can cast.
Okay.
Maybe.
You do?
Okay.
Invisibility?
I'm gonna do Silent Image, which lets me do a 15-foot cube image that's just visual.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make something that looks like an air elemental, just kind of like weaving down into the clouds, like it's going off to look at something else.
That is brilliant.
That is brilliant.
That is brilliant. Okay.
Illusions, Michael.
Let's do this. Here's what I'm gonna have you do. I'm gonna have you make a deception check with advantage.
Thank you.
Okay. And I'm going to contest it against a intelligence investigation check on their part.
Okay, an 18.
An 18. So I'm going to say that they are both together. So I'm going to make one roll, and it will be with advantage.
They're gonna nat 20 it. I know it.
So this is based on intelligence, which they do not get any bonus for. So 19. So ooh, that's vocal. So that's a visual, somatic, and also material components of silent image. So one begins to look back over to see this strange air elemental form like disappearing into the clouds, and the other one just goes and hears something and turns back towards the room. And then starts screeching loudly and grabbing the other one and pointing him over in that direction. I need everybody to roll initiative for me, please.
Oh no.
Let me go ahead and bring out
Muffin, you need
order.
how many more rounds does he have before the minute maintains?
Not very long. He probably has about 3 rounds of combat
Ooh.
Okay.
before this thing is
So
finished.
you need to get to the back wall and hide, and that's what Callista's motioning for Mulfin to get behind Riled.
Mulfin is good. Mulfin. I'm going to burn my inspiration on my initiative roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I am really glad I did that. I forgot to click my token first, so let's try that again. Wow, that was so much better.
Okay.
Oof.
All right, let me get some different music going on here, because this is way
no.
too calm for this.
Oh no.
We're gonna get some of our awesome music from Castle Mac Andrew going right here with some proficiency battle music. Is everybody rolled initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never did for Riled. Let me see if I can get him up here as well. I like that beat. It's so good.
Really goes good with the thunder and lightning here.
Yeah. Let's get Riled up here. Did I click on his character sheet? Yes, or clicked on his token? Yes. Let's initiative roll him.
Nice.
There you go.
There's a whole lot of 12s.
A lot of 12s going on here. All right.
I guess there was only 2.
So let's go ahead and descend our order. Ashlyn, you were actually the first to respond as you start to hear these squawks of birds outside this chamber. What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna move 15 feet this way and then 40 feet that way, which is my movement.
All right, yeah, you come up on these guys fast. As they're screeching, they are just screeching now, almost shocked that you got up here this fast.
Okay, and I'm going to hit them with my staff, hopefully.
Okay, make your first attack.
Try to. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. For
Okay,
13.
Ashlyn, as you twirl your staff above your head and come across the shoulder of this one, as you make contact, you feel that energy zap from your magical staff, and this thing turns into an ice sculpture and then shatters through the rest of your attack and just is a pile of ice at your feet.
I'm gonna look at my staff really confused, like, I didn't know you did that. Staff.
There's one still squawking next to you.
I'm gonna have a hard talk with you when we're done with this. So I'm gonna go swing back and try to hit the other guy.
Okay. You do?
Okay.
And you swing back around after giving your staff a talking to. The same thing happens. As you strike this one, it turns into an ice sculpture briefly before it shatters. And now you've got this massive, it's like somebody just bought a bag of ice and just shattered it all over the ground in front of you. And it immediately almost begins to melt.
This seems worse.
Need a bag of holding.
Like when I beat them to death and they don't shatter in front of me, I guess. Is this air elemental looking at me?
The air elemental on the other side? Yes. The air elemental
let me
has
see
seen
if I
you
can-
run out and smash these bird-like creatures.
I'll just stay where I am, take patient defense.
Okay. That brings us to
Okay.
Lachlan.
Cool. I'm gonna run up here, using my movement. I guess I have to use my bonus action dash to get a little further and see what she's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping I'm still kind of hidden. Am I?
Right there, you'd be on the stairs, and there's no railing or sides on there, so
Gotcha.
you're kind of wide open right there.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna fire at this guy then with my action.
Okay.
Gonna give the old oath bow. 19.
19 with the oath bow, so that is magical damage.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage for that.
Yes.
As it strikes true to the air elemental. Yeah, you strike into it. It's strange. Like, it seems to have made contact with something, and you watch as it goes through, and it seems to knock it off course a little bit, and the arrow flies out the back of it in a different direction, and off actually the side of this tower, off the side of the wall, and just disappears. But you have made contact with it. You can tell it did some damage.
Okay, but it's
It's just made of air, and you're firing an arrow out of at it. But you definitely do some. You can tell that the magical energy of your oath bow was able to harm it.
Gotcha. And then I guess I have some movement remaining, so I'm gonna duck back around the corner a bit and just kind of whisper like, "Still alive. You know, arrows don't seem to do too much against it." End turn.
Okay. Perfect. Diana, you're up next.
Okie dokie. I will. I will cast aid on Morphin and Lachlan, and I believe they're within 30 feet.
You're casting aid on Lachlan?
Yeah. Is he within 30 feet of me?
Yes, he would be.
Yeah.
You can
Okay,
cast
then-
aid on Molfin as well from where you're at.
Okay.
Unless you want to
Yeah.
move prior, you could probably move into position to also hit Callista.
Okie dokie. I mean, it says
Oh
it's
yeah,
just 30
yeah,
feet
you're
from
30
me.
feet. Yeah, so you can get all three of them with aid.
Alright, lit. And then I'll kind of step into a line of sight for any enemies.
All right,
Over.
so that means Molfin, Lachlan, and Callista, you guys have your hit point maximum and current hit points are increased by 5 for the next
Yeah.
8 hours.
On top of the Hero's Feast.
Does that stack?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
I mean, I didn't get a Hero's Feast, so I'll take
yeah,
it.
Callista can take it. I don't think that you can stack the 8
Gotcha.
on top of Hero's
Molten.
Feast.
Yeah, I didn't get the Hero's
Molten
Feast
can.
either, though, so...
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it
That'll
helps.
help
It
me,
definitely helps Callista and Molfen. Yes. Doesn't do
Okay.
much for Lachlan, but it definitely helps the other
Gotcha.
two.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
And then that's it. That's my turn.
All right, it's Ryland's turn. He's going to kind of slip back here with Callista. He's not really sure what's going on, but he moved forward, and he can see that Ashlyn is easily taking care of these two bird-like creatures and is going to just kind of ready an action to protect any of you if something comes near all of you right here. He's got his bow ready, and he's got an arrow knocked and ready to go. The air elemental is going to go, and it is going to begin to move. It can fly 90 feet. So
It's like Ashlyn.
it looks like, yeah, it can move pretty good. It's trained in monk. So this air elemental flies and hovers in a swirling vortex of air energy towards Ashlyn and gets right up next to Ashlyn and is going to use its whirlwind attack against Ashlyn. So you must actually, it's going to move into your space to do this.
Oh, no.
So it's going to consume you into this vortex, almost like a tornado of air energy. And I need you to make a DC 13 strength saving throw for me,
Okay.
Ashlyn.
I feel like I'm just like should spin my spinny chair around and go whoa,
That's it. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
because that's like pretty much what I'm doing right now. So a strength save.
Strength save.
Ooh, so bad.
On a failed target, you takes 3d8 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. Let me roll that out. So 3d8 plus
Okay.
2.
Oh wait, that's a dex. Sorry, I rolled strength. I thought it was dex.
It says-
not dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says strength
It
save.
says strength save. Yeah.
Oh, then it must succeed on a DC 13 dex saving throw and take the damage and be knocked.
Yeah, I think you. On a
You're
fail,
going to get tossed 20 feet.
Okay, if I
Yeah.
get thrown,
If you
then I
get
take
if
that.
you get
Okay.
thrown, you take that damage. So the 3d8 plus 2. So you're gonna take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're
Okay.
flung up to 20 feet away from the elemental in
Oh,
a random
no.
direction and knocked prone.
Oh no!
So here's what I'd like you to do, Ashlyn. I need you to roll a d8 for me.
Mhm.
We're gonna see what direction you fly 20 feet. Okay. You actually fly in a pretty safe direction. You're actually gonna fly this direction. 20 feet. So that was pretty close.
Oh, that would have been
You
bad.
go flying and you land prone right in this space. And I believe you
Okay.
take an additional d6 when you land of bludgeoning damage. Yes, that's what it-
Not if I'm falling.
It says
No, if you strike the wall or floor, you take
Yeah.
1d6.
Oh, okay.
bludgeoning.
d6, so you take an
For
additional
every 10
5 points.
That's okay.
For every 10 feet you were thrown. Never mind. So you actually went the full 20, so you're going to take 2d6 of bludgeoning.
Okay,
So
so
you
5
take 5 and an
and
additional 1. So 6 points of
1.
bludgeoning damage as you roll across
Okay.
the floor,
Ooh.
being flung out of this air elemental. That ends
Alright.
its turn. Actually, you know what? It still has some movement.
I'm not happy.
It's just going to get, with
No,
the
I'm
rest of its
gonna
movement, it's
stay
just going to
up.
get right up next to Ashlyn.
Okay.
And that brings us to Molfen.
Okay. So Molfen is going to quasi listen to Callista.
Of course.
How large is this giant barrel beside me?
Massive. Giant size, literally. And it looks like there are several large bolts like sticking down in it. It looks like this is an ammunition barrel for this ballista.
Okay. So Molfen is going to step out behind Lachlan and reach out and point at the air elemental
Okay.
and cast Ray of Frost. Yep.
Oh, there we go. Nice. It went.
Really?
He's gonna cast message on it. Ah!
Message as it zaps them with cold energy for some reason on roll 20. I was...
Roll 20. Why are you going to do me dirty like that?
Roll 20. Come on. Seriously? What? Yes, that hits. Yes.
That is 11 points of cold damage.
Yeah, and Molfin and Lachlan, you both watch as this ice energy impacts the air elemental. You can see the water droplets that are inside the air of this form start to coalesce into ice and shatter a little bit as pieces of this air elemental seem to fall to the floor and shatter, and more ice cubes are laying on the floor now than we're already.
You can make another simulacrum.
Seems to have taken the damage.
And then use rest of my movement, so it was 5, 10, 15, 20, and sort of push my way in between these barrels to get back here and just sort of duck down.
Duck down. Continue and hold your concentration on your
Yep.
banishment spell. That brings us to the bottom of the order, which is Callista.
Okay.
Seems like your father has come up to beside you and has taken kind of a stance of holding his long bow and has an arrow ready to go, aiming it towards where Ashlyn and the arrow elemental are battling.
Okay, I'm going to move up to here currently and then cast Moonbeam on it.
Okay. Perfect. So that familiar
Let's do-
purple glistening light begins to beam down onto the air elemental.
Level 5.
That is a save, I believe. Constitution.
Con save?
Yes. Is that at the start of its turn?
Start of its turn.
Start of its turn. So we need to remember that there is a moonbeam there. I need to find.
And then
I'm gonna find like a cool token to give you that you have control of. That's a moonbeam token from now on. Need to remember to do that. Maybe this will work. No, it won't let me drag it on there. Nope. Let's just do. Search the color. There we go.
And as a bonus action, boop, I'm a fire elemental, and I'm gonna go around and flank it.
As a bonus action, I am a fire elemental. Nice.
Put that over there.
So you guys watch as Callista's form just engulfs itself into flames and grows in size and starts to lumber itself over behind the air elemental. Ashlyn, you can feel, as you're laying prone with this air elemental, you can feel the heat of Callista walk by you. Cool. That brings us...
That's a failure I'm planning right there. The fire elemental should have got in the air elemental, so we could have had a fire-nado.
Oh, it's gonna be there. I have to wait first. I have to get rid of my moonbeam and move it. But first, yeah.
Nice.
I got plans.
All right. At the top of your turn, Ashlyn, not only are you prone above with the air elemental, but you start to hear distant squawks of more of those bird-like creatures all around the complex. It sounds like maybe a dozen others are starting to squawk and make noise of alarm and alert. It is your go. What would you like to do?
Guys, we're not alone. More are coming. And I'm gonna stand up,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to hit the thing with my staff.
Okay. You may.
Okay. Let's see.
That will definitely hit as you make contact.
Okay. 11.
11 damage. Yeah, you can definitely tell that your staff is definitely putting a hurt down on this this air
Nice.
elemental.
I'm gonna try to hit it again.
Okay. Whoa!
Oh.
Ouch! Yes. 31.
Oh, and
Oh,
a
no, why
1.
does
That's
that-
so sad.
So 14 points of damage as you slam into the elemental. You can watch as the elemental some of its form is starting to roughly hold it together, but it seems like some of the wind is starting to pull away from the form. Seems
Got the wind knocked out of
got the
him.
wind knocked out of him. That's Take a extra point of DM's inspiration.
yeah.
Here you go. It's
Alright.
yours.
I'm gonna use my martial arts to try to hit it once.
All right, you can do that. And that will hit as well.
11.
Those count as magical, correct?
Yes, they do. My
Alright.
fists are magic.
So you slam into it with your fist. You can feel this impact, even though it's this air-type form, but you can feel the impact, and some of these puffs of air come flying off from it. It looks like it's not.
what I like
It's
to
having
hear.
a rough day.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Is that it?
Doing great.
Is that your turn?
Yep, and my turn.
Lachlan, you're also hearing these sounds of alarm going off in all directions around this this tower complex.
Fun. I'm gonna duck behind the wall here a little bit. Hide.
Okay.
Do I have to roll stealth?
Yes, if you're actively hiding, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
20.
Okay. You feel,
And then-
pretty confident that you were hidden pretty well.
Cool. And then while hiding, I want to kind of peek around the corner to arrow at this guy.
All right. Make your attack with. Oh yes, definitely. Go ahead and roll your damage with sneak attack because you have allies close by.
33.
33 points of damage. Oh wow!
Yeah.
As the oath bow, as your arrow makes contact with this form, it's almost as if the air is struggling to maintain its focus. It is still spinning slowly, but it's more or less it's downgraded its status to a tropical storm.
Wow.
It looks like it's barely able to hold itself together. And does that end your turn, Lachlan?
Yep.
Okay. That brings us to Diana.
I would like to cast Guiding Bolt.
Yes,
Yeah.
that will hit.
Okay. At level 6.
What was that?
18.
18 points
At
of
level
damage at level 1.
18.
Describe how this air elemental meets its demise.
Okay. I would just like to imagine a divine light just beams through it and it just poof.
Just proof it. The cloud seems to lose its energy this form, and it starts to darken into this black, and then it brightens up all of a sudden. It just explodes in front of each of you. Ashlyn, you watch as this beam of light just zaps through and disperses this air elemental. Molfin, you're able to maintain your concentration, and you're pretty confident that the other air elemental is locked within its own plane. You guys are out of initiative at this point, but there is a lot of commotion around the castle, and that's
What do we do?
And that's where we'll end tonight's session as we head into next time.
Wolfen has an idea.
Oh no.
Well done, everyone. Well done. I hope everybody had fun tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely, that was awesome.
Yep.
Some shopping done.
Got some shopping done. I'm gonna take off our battle music right
Yeah.
now as we're out of battle. We'll put on some.
Went to heaven when shopping.
I disagree.
Okay, you. were-
We went to Idaho.
It's hard to go to the stairway to heaven, Wolfen, when you're on the highway to hell.
Oh, got him.
I may be going to hell in a bucket, baby, but at least I'm enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, that was an excellent game, guys. I had a blast. So much fun. We need to vote on a natural 20 for next time. Does anybody have any particular player that stood out for doing something roleplay or combat-wise that deserves to take the natural 20 into next session? Chat, if you would like to chime in as well, you can go ahead and type in a player character within the chat. And maybe a reason why you feel that person should be awarded it. Go ahead, Sarah. What was your thing?
Lachlan for stealing fruit from the Garden of Eden. And then for trying to do the fake air elemental. That was so cool. Such a
Yeah,
cool
the
idea.
fake
That was
elemental. If that worked, that would have been amazing.
Would have been nice.
fun. Yeah.
See, I like
Some other
Molfin
stuff.
digging around in the bushes like a dog or something.
All you had to do was walk back the path. Like you didn't even have to walk through the shrubs.
He had to go the difficult way, as he always does.
Well, it was more trying to get dirt, leaves, anything. There's
So
a
you could like
reason
locate
behind it.
object or something.
Yeah.
It's easy to cast teleport to a place if you have something from it.
Oh.
True. Oh, Paisy, thank
You know,
you so
like,
much. Thanks for hanging out with us. I think Paisy was hanging out with us the whole stream.
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah.
Paisy was.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. We love it when chat is popping, because it's so exciting just to see what everybody's saying on the side there. It's great. So
I was gonna vote for Diana until she said she wanted to shave Molfin's beard.
Maybe not shame.
And the metagaming came over and it's like, nope, that's abuse.
Any other votes from chat? Do we have any votes from
Nothing.
chat?
Let me see.
Let's see.
Oh, chat paused to scroll. No, no one in chat chimed in. So
we got a vote for Lachlan. We had a vote for Molfin and the Shrubs.
I'm gonna toss mine over at Lachlan. I'll tip the scale.
Tip the scale over to Lachlan. Lachlan had some pretty good moments. I really liked Lachlan's approach in the garden when he approached the Salim-like figure and began to speak about
That's true.
his, well, it might not have been necessarily about his path, but one could assume.
A friend.
I'm asking for a friend. Yeah,
asking for a friend.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Lachlan had the best idea to trick the air elementals. So.
That was a good plan too. Unfortunately, the I rolled really well on that one.
They rolled awesome.
And, but that was a really good idea. That was brilliant. I thought that was genius. So yeah, we're gonna toss it over to Lachlan for next week. So
Thank you. I'll use it responsibly.
we will,
Okay.
So Lachlan will have a free natural 20 to use at any point during next session, which it seems like they have got a whole cloud giant fortress on alert.
Ooh, yeah.
As they have made their way here to this cloud giant fortress that they've been kind of avoiding for quite a long time, I believe.
Procrastinating.
It's
Just a little.
It's been a while since Molfin's had that GPS granted to him on how to get here. So.
And now Molfin's excited because he knows that there are magical secrets within.
What? A library?
Probably.
Cloud giants are spellcasters.
That's true.
Yeah,
I did not know
you
that.
guys did have a little bit of knowledge from Zetharos a long time ago that the Cloud Giants were probably the most magic adepts. They were as far as giants go, they probably know the most about the arcane than the rest.
And they have giant spell books with giant spells.
Bigger spells. Yes. Well, fantastic, guys. You guys did an amazing job. As always, it was a joy. That was so much fun. Those of you that were tuning in tonight, if you haven't followed us yet, make sure you follow the channel. It costs nothing to you, but it makes us feel super awesome, and like it just makes us feel really good about ourselves, like we're doing something right. Yeah, see, like I love that, Sarah. So, if you want to subscribe and help the channel in that way, we would love that. Also, you can catch all of our previous episodes on YouTube. If you go to a Proficiency Bonus on our YouTube channel, you can check out episodes 1 through 84 to see how this party got here, because it's been quite a ride. Yeah, is there any other announcements that we need to make before we get ready to sign off for the evening, guys?
Something I mentioned last time, I'm going to toss it out again. Tomb of Annihilation is rapidly wrapping towards the end.
We are?
Sarah's like, what?
So the party, yeah, I forgot you weren't there Monday. The party has found the last key.
No!
Oh, they found the last one. Oh.
They found the 5th key they need to open the giant scary green door.
Oh
Oh, is
Don't open the
Kaplan still
door!
with
Things
us?
are coming to a
Kaplan still
head.
in chat?
no! Oh.
I don't know if Kaplan is still in
I
chat.
know she was hanging out for a
but-
while with us, but Kaplan,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. They found the last key. Oh, there she is.
Oh, yep.
Uh,
Oh, got the last 2 keys in the same episode. Whoa.
Nice.
That is huge. Yeah,
Aw, my
Tomb of
mind's blown.
Annihilation on Monday nights. Don't forget to tune in because there is coming to. They are getting closer to the climax of that adventure, and it is going to be fantastic.
I should let Sarah know as well, where she wasn't here on Monday. The just leveled up to 11.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and level up
So
your character.
they've
there,
got
Sarah.
their
Yeah.
some extra abilities. Not that they're going to need them or anything. I mean, I don't have anything nefarious planned at all. It's just.
I have a level up just because I'm nice, not because you need it.
I'm sorry, I get this weird twitch when I lie, you know?
Curse of Strahd, Sunday night. Be there. Or be square.
Yeah, Curse of Strahd on Sunday nights. We've got all kinds of programming going on here at Proficiency Bonus, guys. If you haven't tuned into, I think we got a show on every day. So make sure you guys tune in and check those out. We got Waterdeep Resurfaced on Wednesdays. It's going awesome. Delve and Dash is just getting crazy on Thursdays. I mean, they are. I don't know.
Delvin and Dash.
I'm starting to wonder. I wonder about you guys every Friday, but I'm starting to wonder about them now. It's getting crazy. So you guys make sure that you before we get signed off, if you're ever get a chance to visit heaven, please don't try to steal the fruit.
But he did.
And if you do, don't forget to add your proficiency
Your
bonus. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you next time. Bye,
I love you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.